So I just want to say to that side of TikTok and the side of TikTok that I come to in and sat there and, you know, saying what you're saying, probably blaming it onto us. I'm not going to stop. Luke can do whatever he wants, you know. If you're talking about me, I'm going to react. If you're come to in me, I'm going to have the ump with it. Because you're not doing it for nice reasons. You're not doing it to make money. You're doing it because you're trying to destroy.
No, I think, do you know what I think? I think when you jump in boxes and things like that, it just gets worse. But also, I don't want to... I don't think it's a good idea for people to go live with everyone and do all that. But also, I don't think it's a good idea that all the conversations, like you said, take place off the app. Because I think transparency is key. And I've been burnt so many times with phone calls and things being recorded. So that's something that I'm also going to stay away from. I'm not going to be having these conversations where, you know, like I've phoned Sophie before, and I've also had conversations with Angie, and everyone's like, record, and I'm just not interested. I won't be on the phone to anybody. I won't be having no conversations. If anyone wants to have a conversation, we can have it on the app for everyone clear to see, because that...
Who do you want in the box, Luke? Who do you want in the box to have it out, Luke? I don't know if you're messaging me because I don't know where my phone is. Everyone. You want everyone to have it out? Jump in the box a minute, Luke. It is all getting too much. It's draining. Not for me. I'm not drained. Like, mentally, I'm really the strongest I've ever been. Mentally, I just want to say to you guys, I am so fucking strong. You know? But for our audiences... But I won't be making friends with people. I just want to say that. Because it won't be genuine. It won't be genuine, you know. Too much has happened for me.
You hear me, Red?
Yeah, I can hear you, darling.
I just don't know anymore. I don't know what to do, what to say, what to think. All I've ever done is respond. I don't go after people for no reason. I respond to what gets said and done to me. I've never been the sort of person to just go alive and mount a hate campaign against somebody. I will always respond to someone's actions. And everybody will always twist. So what do we do going forward? Do we just... I'm only calling a parlay with that dog, because if she stops talking about Tilly, I'll stop talking about Danny. So she leaves Tilly alone, I'll leave Danny alone and won't mention it again. Then I think to myself, yes, I'm disappointed in myself, because I shouldn't be speaking, because a young lad did go through something. But then at the end of the day, then I think to myself, well, where were all you people when he was being called a liar? Where was all you people when he was being threatened and his mother was being threatened? Where were all you sticking up for that lad then, when he was being threatened and called a liar about his abuse by the same person? So I don't know what to do anymore. I don't know what to do. I don't know. Do we all get in a box? Every single one of us get in a box, and do we take it in turns? And do we make our points and hash it out and move on? What do we do? I don't know. I don't know.
So personally, myself, you know, I'm not here, and I don't want hate, and I don't want the worst things, you know, being said to each other. But we have to keep it realistic. It's a hard way to move forward, because where do we all go from here? Because the most has been said. Where do we go?
You want fucking drama? We can give you drama all week long. You want drama? I'll give you fucking drama. I've had enough now. I've had enough of defending myself against people that couldn't shine my shoe in real life. I've had enough. I've had enough. I've just had enough of it all. I've had enough of this.
I've had enough too, Luke. At the end of the day, I won't be surrendering.
But I'm not bashing to anybody. I love Rickster.
Yes,
He's my family. I love him, and I love Corey. I love Rickster. I love Corey. There's no friendship ever going to be with me between Evil One. She's done too much. But where does it end? Where do you want it to end? Where did everyone want it to go? I don't get it.
Well, you see, the thing is, it's hard to know where it's going to go, isn't it? Because can it actually really get any worse? Like, for those that are saying block, it's not easy. You can't just block, like, because they still come to in. You know, they're still sat there saying what they want to say. You know, I'm not moving forwards. I'm not gonna, you know, sit down and just take it and be walked over. Sorry.
Listen, I love all my audience. I love every single one for supporting me. I let myself down a little bit yesterday, but please understand, all I do is respond. All I do is fucking respond. That's all I do. I don't launch hate campaigns, bully me anymore, or put out false narratives. Here's the deal. Leave me alone, and I'll leave you alone. Talk about me on the FYP, no problem.
That is the only deal. Leave us alone, leave me alone, and we won't do, you know, clap back or say anything back, or, you know, go low or do any of that. Leave us alone, and, you know, we'll do the same. That is the only thing we can do, is, you know, not talk about each other. I can hold that end of the bargain up, unless it makes FYP. You know, it's a different situation. Something makes FYP, we'll talk about it, like we'll react to a video. But I do not want to do this every day of the week. But if I have to, I will.
If my audience want me to fight fire with fire, I ain't worried about any of these people. I ain't worried about Zach the Brat. I ain't worried about Easy. None of them bother me. If you want me to fight fire with fire, I'll fucking go to war. Not a problem. But then don't then react that I'm the bad person when I go back. Don't then come for me don't then make out that I'm the evil one when I go back and defend me and my friends. So make up your minds what you want me to do. Do you want me to leave it and move on, or do you want me to create fucking fire with fire?
Yeah.
Thank you for the gift, guys.
Guys, he's driving, guys. He's got the car speaker on. He's not shouting, he's just got the car speaker on. Hi, Alex.
How you doing? I just think you need to protect your own peace here. I think your power is your platform, and I just feel that it's never going to stop, because while they're earning up to £500-600 a day, this thing's going to continue over and over and over again. They only care about money. They don't deep this stuff. So when sick things are being said, they'll turn their phone off and go to sleep because they've earned £500-600 a night. You just need to protect your platform, protect your peace. This is where your power is. This is where your community is. If people want to watch you, they're going to watch you. The people that go into their lives are there for them. They're not there for you, because why would anyone want to go in another room when they're talking about child abuse, rape and all that stuff if they're your people, and then cry about they're being triggered on an app? It doesn't work that way. Protect your own mental health, protect your own platform, protect your own peace. That's all I'm going to say. They're never going to stop while they're earning thousands of pounds, and that's as simple as it is.
Yeah, you're spot on. Alex is right, guys. Thank you.
It's just you just need to just kind of not. Obviously, it's hard to blank them out. You know, we know this and that, but just play them at their own game, and that just, you know, use your power and your platforms and stuff. Just bring awareness to things that they say, and if people choose to follow them, they do, and that's it. Just, you know what I mean? Just enjoy yourself on the app, because you know the app's the app. But unfortunately, there's people on here that will say the sickest of things just to cause controversy. We see it day in, day out. But the problem is, they'll all point at you for saying something, but then there's people in the comment section that will go, yeah, let's all laugh at child abuse and let's laugh at all these sick things being said. It's just weird mentality in my eyes. But you know what? At the end of the day, they dance with the devil, you know. They're only going to go one place anyway, so. But anyway, I'm going to jump down, but have a good day, everyone, sorry.
Thank you, Alex. Thank you. Right, so guys, not now. So guys, I'm just going to do a quick poll. You are my community, right? You are the people that are in here supporting me every day, that you have done for the last 3 years. Moving forward after today, like, I don't want this back and forth. I don't want to give them my energy, basically. I won't, and I choose, I can't. I'm happy to have peace, but I can't be fake in a sense of, oh yeah, you know, we'll all get on, we'll all be friends, because it's just gone too far. So I can't be fake in that way. But you know me, I'm quite happy to sit here and not, you know, go back and things like that. So as my community guys, you know, would you like me after today not to mention said people anymore? Doesn't matter what's said, let them say what they want to say, let them sit their cam too. If it makes FYP and they're picking me apart, I'm not going to react to it, because like me and Luke and everybody else, we don't want to put this on our community. But at the end of the day, I can't be fake and go, oh yeah, we'll be friends, like, you know, we'll, like, that can't happen. Do you know what I mean? Because it's gone too far and I can't sit here and be fake, you know? Like, I don't care how many of them there is, how many FYP shows they've got that side, let them crack on, and me and Luke, and we just chill and do our own thing like we used to. No clapbacks, no nothing, you know? So happy face, yes. As after today, we move on as a community. We don't clap back. We don't engage in any FYP back and forth. Sad face, no, keep fighting. Sorry guys, I got an itchy nose. Well, the community's spoken, and you guys, you're in here supporting me. I mean, you know, you're over supporting Luke and whoever else that you support as well. So from this day, I'm going to try my hardest, thank you Beth, not to engage in what's going on. If like the evil one has something to say, you know, her rat pack, I'm not going to engage in it. Just let them say whatever they want to say, because I just want to move on with my show. I want to get back to real FYP. I don't want this to be a clapback live, and it has been for weeks, you know. My mental health is great. I've never been mentally stronger than what I am now, right? And they're always going to be on the FYP because they want this war, you know. Thank you guys, but I don't want a war. Neither does Luke. We don't want wars, you know. And I'm sure Corey doesn't either.
Morning, Babby. Right, I've listened to what you've said there. So, even, you know now they're going to do the outlandish things to say about yous and do about yous to poke a reaction back, right? But listen, if it's going to end, let it end. Don't say it's on the page and we have to talk about it. You know what they say, silence is golden, and that's the best way to get back at them, by saying nothing, because it's all childish, Donna. This person saying this and that saying that. They laugh and they poke and they take and digs. Just be the bigger person, walk away, and no matter what's said, if it's the worst of the worst, if you and Luke's going to agree on that, just do your own thing. Your platforms are beautiful without all this shit, and everybody else is sick of listening to the same shit going on.
I think our communities, Pearl, I think our communities really are sick of it.
Yeah. I listen in the lives up and down, and everybody's sick of it. And the app used to be fun. What's wrong with it being fun anymore? No matter what's going on and what's not, just do your own thing. They're coming to see you, not to listen about. If you want to go and listen to the people, they can. The same as Luke. So just do your own thing. Bring a bit of fun back to the app and just get back to how you were.
Yeah, I agree, Pearl. That's what I want. That is what I want.
Exactly. But anyway, that's all I jumped up to say anyways, right? So have a lovely day and bye. Bye.
Well, darling, love ya.
Love you.
Hi, Talia.
Hello. Can I just be honest? I think it's unrealistic saying, you know, I'm not going to clap back. I'm never going to talk about them again because you're an FYP host. I think what's more realistic is we set boundaries of what's okay and what isn't okay. I heard Luke just then in your box pleading for this to end. I read between the lines. And, you know, like I say, I am concerned about his mental health at the moment. She's offered today for it to end. She said, you don't mention me, I won't mention you. So I think everybody wants the same thing. But to say I'm never going to speak of you again is really unrealistic because this is your job.
The thing is, right, and I agree with what you're saying. Guys, please just leave Talia be, guys.
Yeah, I'm happy for them to say what they want. It doesn't bother me.
Yeah, guys, Talia's come in peace. She hasn't come in screaming and shouting. Right, I just want to be adults here, okay? And I love you all, but so I'm going to say what I'm going to say today, okay? If they don't speak about us, we don't speak about them. But I can't see them doing that. Do you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, there seems to be like this thing to bring Corey down at the minute. And like Corey is the blame for, and I've got the videos here, Corey is the blame for all of the toxicness on TikTok and things like that. And TikTok turned toxic when Corey joined Talia. That's not the truth. Like TikTok was toxic before Corey come on the scene. Do you know what I mean? Like, and it
never lasted 4 months. You know, it was kind of we fell out, made up, made up. And I think there is a real turn in the air. I'm not solely blaming him, of course not, but I do believe that he's done some drastic things, going to the police, getting people arrested on days of funerals and stuff like that. You know, Corey vowed to never be in a box with me ever again because he's got a police case going on, but yet here he is now.
I think because I've spoke about him telling.
Yeah, but he could wait for me to drop and then come up.
I just feel
Talia,
like
what you want is quite simple. You want me. Go on. What you want is you want me to drop the case against Ricky. Ricky rang Luke the other week, or the other day, wherever Luke said to me earlier, and he wants me to drop the case. I'm not dropping the case, and you've just made it a lot worse by you mounting a hate campaign against me.
So you're going to carry on a police... Okay, that's fine. I don't care. You're going to carry on a police case from 4 months ago because he said one bad word about you.
Your bullying will not stop me. It won't. Not a chance. Sorry, no.
Miss Red, you won't let me in the box, so let me have a say now, because you're one of the biggest bullies on the app, the things that you've done. You've done proper wrongings on me in the past. You let KJ in the box and said she was my ex-girlfriend, you knew she wasn't, so I beat you. And from then, I've had the tarnish of woman beater because of you. That's the first thing.
Hang on a minute.
Corey, I couldn't care less. You said I'm pleased to my dad's door on the day of my brother's funeral. You're fucked.
Are you speaking to
You were
me?
wrong.
Stop.
Are you speaking to me, Rickstar? Is he?
No,
is that me?
No, it's a Corey.
No, it wasn't. He was speaking to her, Talia. Don't gaslight her. He said that she was the biggest wronging on the app. Stop lying to her, Talia.
No, when he said you're FUCKED now, he wasn't talking to her, he was talking to you.
I was on about the initial conversation, but carry on.
Well, you're pursuing a police case from 4 months ago when he said one...
I don't care, Talia. You're not stopping me.
Well, there we are. This is what I mean. Like,
well, there we are then. So you carry on with your
you
campaign.
can see
you made it a lot worse.
You're putting Luke in between his own family.
I am not putting Luke in between nobody.
We've said we will leave you alone.
You are.
We've said we will leave you alone. No.
What? You leave me alone if I drop the police case? No, Talia. Real things have real consequences. Tough.
So what is the end of this then,
And
Corey?
we.
You're homophobic.
One
You
minute.
said
If that's what you think, Talia, report it to the police.
Guys, respectfully, what
You're not.
Rickster and Corey have got going on is nothing to do with me and Luke. It's between Corey and Rickster. It's you know, Corey's police case,
But
you know.
for the sake of the people, the divide is too big. So we want to simmer it. We want to end it, but he doesn't. You're
Right,
making
but
Luke
your
Hughes
version of
between
ending
everyone,
it is
you're
for me
making
to
Miss
drop an
Red Shoes.
ongoing police case, Talia. Your ongoing police case with me, my ongoing police case with me and Rickster has nothing to do with what comes out of
Of course
EQ's
it
mouth
does.
in
You
regards
sent
to
armed
Luke.
police to Ricky's house on the day of his
I
brother's
didn't send
funeral.
nobody
on the
nowhere.
day of his
What
brother's
power do you
funeral,
think
you
they've
are
got, Talia?
disgusting. You
What
sent
power
armed
do you think
police
they've got?
to his house when he just put his brother in the ground. You are disgusting
No.
and you are vile.
Talia, that was before. Stop lying.
No,
otherwise
it wasn't. It
I'll
was the
correct
day
you.
of the funeral. They came at
It
8 o'clock in
wasn't.
the evening.
No.
On my child's life, they came
Yeah,
at 8
well,
o'clock in the evening
we know how that ended
armed.
last time.
Donna, what is your opinion on this?
So
I cannot pick up the phone and tell the police
You
to
told
go
them he
there.
had a GUN.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't, Talia.
On my life, you did. You
No, I
told
didn't,
the police
Talia.
he had a
Talia, you're
GUN
telling me the
and they
police were
came
ignorant to you.
armed.
You're a liar, Talia.
I
and I'll prove
swear
it.
on
That's
my
fine.
children's
That's fine, I'll
lives on
prove
the
it again.
Holy Bible, Corey
Yep,
phoned
you
the
can
police
swear on
and
that.
told them that Ricky had a GUN
No, I didn't.
and they sent the police round on the day of his brother's funeral armed.
You're such a liar. You're awfully embarrassing,
Phone my
Talia.
father-in-law right now.
You're awfully embarrassing, Talia.
And then misread the next day, Corey said, "Oh, how was the raid last night?" Yeah, you did that.
No, Talia.
Yes, you did, and you know you did.
No, Talia.
Guys, I'm not lying. That's what he did.
Talia, that's all you've done on this app is lie, darling. Respectfully, you are making it a lot worse for him by constantly coming on this app and saying last night,
What worse
I'm
could
joining
happen?
forces, I'm going to take him down and blah, 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 blah. It's
What
witness
worse,
intimidation at best.
what
or...
worse could happen than that? You've done the worst.
All right, Talia. You make it worse, babes. That's fine. I have no issue.
And where do you
Talia.
think Luke is going to sit with this? Because that's his cousin. So why would you do that?
Oh, here we go. You go and gaslight me, darling. It'll never work.
I don't care about you, Corey, and I don't care what happens to you from now.
Read the room, Talia. Nobody cares about you either.
If I sat in EQ's box, the room would be very different.
in what
Yeah,
sense?
and we all know why that is. You're literally sat with a woman who literally laughed at the fact that you apparently lost a child, and now you want to chill with her for one common purpose of trying to make.
I'm
you
not
cancel a
sitting
police
with her.
case.
I'm not
It's
joining.
Bizarre.
I'm not joining.
All of the
Rat
respect
Pack,
that
okay?
you had. All of the respect that you had off women for going against her, you have now lost. in one fell
You
swoop.
phoned me
Take
up
a
and
read
said,
of the room, Talia.
Talia, do you believe your own lies like you believe you had lost a baby? That's what you said to me.
You believe your own lies.
Like you believe you lost a baby.
You believe your own lies.
Like you believe
your
lost
own lies,
No,
Talia.
finish the rest of the sentence that you
let
said
me-
to me.
Talia, I don't care. Have you got any proof of this conversation?
Swear on the Holy Bible you didn't tell me. Do you
I don't believe in. I don't
Swear
believe
on
in
the
the Bible.
Holy Bible that you never said. Do you
I am not
believe
swearing
your
on
own
nothing.
lies like you believe you lost a baby?
I am not swearing on
Swear
anything.
on the
thank
Holy
you very
Bible
much.
you never said that to me.
I'm not swearing on the Holy Bible.
Because
I'm
you
not
said
religious,
that.
thank
You know
though.
you did. And I'm not
Okay,
joining
Talia,
no
if
rat
that's
pack.
what you wanna
I'm not
believe, that's
joining
fine.
anybody's side, just to be clear. But I want you to leave my partner alone and his grieving family. That's what I want. He hasn't said anything to you since. He hasn't said any
Respectfully-
slurs to you since. He's
respectfully,
left you alone
if he
for
did
4
not have his
months.
homophobic rant against me, then he would not have a police case, would he,
He
Talia?
called you a QUEER. Big wow. It's in the LGBTQ.
He called me a lot worse than that, Talia. They've had the videos. He called me a lot worse than that. He went on a 15-minute homophobic
Shut
rant.
up, Alicia.
Who's
A lot
Alicia?
worse.
Come on, guys.
It's Alicia.
He's come in here gaslighting. She was sat with EQ yesterday.
Oh, here we go. 3 against 1. This is very
No,
typical
I'm not
of you,
going
Miss
against
Red.
I'm not against. I'm not against. Just
Can you
having a-
please drop her?
I'm not here to shout and
Please
scream.
drop her. I don't want to talk to you.
shout and
Guys,
scream.
1 minute, Alicia. When people are speaking, just keep it to the one. You know, one-on-one. Tell her if you want someone in the box, you're more than welcome. But
Yeah,
I'm
bring
not.
my boyfriend up.
I'm not here to shout and scream at anybody.
Where is he? He's not in the box.
You know, like I said to you before, Alicia, whenever there's a bit of a Barney, you always seem to be there, don't you?
Talia,
Why are
I'm
you
not
here
here to
now?
have a back and forth with you.
Well, why are you here
Respectfully,
now?
Red, I can't be in the box with him, mind.
Yeah, Alicia,
I'll
why
have
are
to
you
be
jumping
on
into
until
the box?
he
To
comes
jump on the
back.
bandwagon for? What's the crack there?
Don't think that you two can come and gang up on me. I
No,
just
no, no.
wanted to say what I wanted to say.
Why
I'm
are
in,
you
I'm in
gang
this
up
box.
on me? Why are you still
Listen,
continuing to
I'm in
go,
this box
Talia?
every
Why
day.
are you
I didn't
still
come in to
continuing
say
go,
anything
Talia?
to Talia. I come in to say
It
about
is now
what
because
Miss
I
Red
heard
was
you. I've seen your
saying.
FYP today
I
defending
come
Corey
in
and
to
everything.
say
That's what
about
you're
what
doing.
Miss Red was saying about her FYP because this is her page and this is her live. I couldn't give a toss about you or Talia.
Get
I
out
come
there.
in to
Vice
say
versa. So why jump in the
that
box then?
this
Why jump in the
gaslighting
box
that's
then?
going on is insane.
If you don't
She's
care, why
saying,
are you in
and
the
Luke
box?
is saying that all of this needs to stop. Everyone's getting bored of it, and people are carrying it on. Why are you two here? Because you sat yesterday.
Because what being spoken about,
It's on the
Alicia,
FYP.
you wasn't being spoken.
It's on the FYP. I spoke about everything that was on the FYP, but I just
I'm
think
not
it
having
comes
this
to a
one-on-one
point
with
where
you.
it
This
has
has got nothing to
stop.
do with you. So if
You've
I
just
can't...
come in here to gaslight.
But why are you derailing this conversation? Go and
Because
do
you've
something
come in
with
here
your
to
day.
gaslight. Who are you? You've come in here to gaslight.
I'm talking
This is
to
Miss Red's life.
Donna
You're never in
about
here.
our
You're asking Donna about
situation.
stuff
You're not
with you
even
and Corey
involved
that's-
in this.
You're-
Go away.
You're coming here. You're asking Miss Red about stuff that's to do with you and Corey. There's nothing to do
nothing
with Donna.
to do with you.
It's nothing to do with Donna either. So don't ask her what her opinion is on it.
Like, whatever Rickster and Corey's got going on, Talia, that's between them pair. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's nothing to do with me.
But do you understand
so
that
please,
the whole divide is because of him?
I disagree. I disagree.
So you're going to support someone that outed her on this app for being a predalo enabler, right? Convinced the whole app that she was a dirty, disgusting person. Hang on a minute. And then went back to her and called her evil mother.
Don't shout over
No,
me,
but I didn't
please.
finish.
Don't shout over me.
Then he...
Hang on a minute. Didn't Rickster also bring up that situation with EQ?
Yes.
Rickster also. So what is the difference?
Because
What is the
nobody's,
difference?
because Ricky isn't asking anyone to find him credible. He doesn't care whether people believe him or not. But Corey is still trying to push a narrative of her being a predalo enabler when Corey went back to her and called her mother after.
In all fairness, the allegation, there's further allegations, right, that's been brought forward, right? EQ.
Do you know what they are?
No, I'm not.
Nobody does, do they?
No. So that made the FYP. She put statement videos out, hence why, it got spoke about again. Nobody was speaking about it.
I reacted to her statement, Talia, and I confirmed multiple times out of my own mouth. I said very specifically, I do not find her predatory in any way, shape, or form. However, I think she knows a lot more than what she is saying about the Danny situation. And I proved my point and I moved on. So what's your point?
What facts do you have to
what?
keep turning my mic off?
Guys, don't turn her mic off.
No muting, please. Go on, Talia.
I've got nothing to say on that. All I'm going to say is EQ went live today and said she wants to drop it. Then you went live and said, I'm not going to drop it. I'll say what I want. And then Luke jumped in the box and pleaded, where does it end? He doesn't sound right at the moment. So if that was my friend, I would do the best for my friend.
You have to ask yourself why Luke is feeling a little bit stressed out at the minute. You have to ask yourself why.
I'll tell you why. Because he's being pulled by his family and Corey. That's one of the main
He's not.
reasons.
I'm not putting
Yes,
him into
he
anything.
is.
He doesn't need to be involved, Talia.
What are you talking
He
about?
has
You're
nothing to
pursuing
do
an
with my
arrest
police
of his
case.
family.
I
What
don't
friend are
care,
you?
Talia, and so
I know you
justified,
don't.
yes.
I know you don't care.
It's not me, Talia.
Okay.
If your partner did not want to deal with the police, then he should have kept his mouth shut in regards to me. He didn't, so
Right,
now
so
he'll
do
deal
you
with the
have
full
that
force of the
same
law.
do you have that same advice for Tezza then, who's pursuing a case against you?
Tezza, again, well, apparently, if she's pursuing a case, then you tell me how she sat in Angela's box less than a couple of days ago and said that he had a warning. I did not have a warning in any way, shape, or form, Talia.
Yes, you did. And
Okay,
you also,
Talia,
when
well,
you
how
rang
is she
me
pursuing a
up,
police case then?
when you rang me up, the officer was on
How
the
is
other
she
end
pursuing
of
a
the
police
phone.
case if I had a warning, Talia? Answer the question, please.
Your police case isn't closed. Phone them up.
So,
Right, you're
so,
very
so
good
if
at
I had
airing
a
police
warning,
conversations.
Talia,
So phone them up and let everybody
if I had
hear
a
that case
warning,
is
Talia,
closed.
oh my God. Talia, if I had a warning, then that case would be closed.
You haven't had a warning.
So
You've
I
had
haven't
a
had a
warning
warning
to
then, have I,
stop
Talia?
while pending investigation.
Talia, have I had a warning, or is there an investigation still going? Which one?
Why are you gifting Corey while I'm rowing with him, Luke? Because if that's the
That's not
standard
Luke
that you're
the judge.
setting,
It's
and
not
this can
Luke the
go-
judge, Talia. It's a different Luke.
It's my Luke. It's not that Luke.
Can I just say something here and then I'll drop and let everyone get on? Because I haven't come up for an argument. Obviously, everyone's wanting to drop it on all sides. Let's just remember that at the centre of this that everyone is bickering about with this child and this person who's allegedly been arrested and whatnot, this is a real child that was in the middle of this. And it was actually Rickster that contacted that child and his mother and brought it to the app. And I'm not doing that here for Talia to scream at me. And then obviously other people have spoken about it. No one should be speaking about any of it. No one should be making statements like they're celebrities. No one should be speaking about people's grandchildren. Nobody should be saying they're going to look for people's schools, Talia. Nobody should be doing any of this. We're all adults, and it has to at some point stop, because this has been going on for months and months and months. The audience are bored of it. The things that are being said are affecting people on a bigger scale, because there's talk of rape and child abuse and this and that. And at some point, someone needs to be the one that says, do you know what? I'm not doing this back and
It
forth
was
no more.
my
It has to
baby that
stop.
she mocked.
And
It was
we all
my
backed you,
miscarriage
Talia,
that
and then
she
you sat
mocked.
with her
And
in
when
your
I
box.
say enough, I
We
say
all
enough.
backed you with that. Every single one of us backed you when people were mocking you for losing a
You
child.
backed me
All
because
of
it
us sat
suited
here,
you. None
and
of you
all of us
cared.
backed you, regardless of
Talia,
what we
that's
thought.
not
Because
fair.
it was content,
And then you're
wasn't it?
sat there with
None
her
of
in the
you
box.
cared
It's nothing
about
to
our
do with
baby loss.
content. It's to do with
You
people
brought it to
mocking
the app,
real
Talia.
life
Nobody
trauma.
else. You did.
I was in hospital.
Can I just speak to Talia? Talia, that was a little bit of a low blow there, darling, because I did care. I very much cared about what you went through. We supported you on this platform.
Well, if I after that can turn around and say, okay, I accept your apology, I'm not joining your crew, but I'm happy to move on, then surely everybody else can. The only other worst thing she said is with you and Tilly, Red. So I think really this is up to you. I think you're going to lead this game, and it will be up to you whether this ends or not.
At the end of the day, Talia, I'm not the one that's progressed this. I'm not the one that sat there come to in. I'm not the one that is doing this,
Well,
Talia.
what's so bad about Cam Tooting, may I ask?
Because it's being done to degrade, it's being done to intimidate. It's not being done for any other purposes than to do that.
I don't think you can
How would you
tell
feel,
people.
no, Talia, how would you feel if somebody was doing it to you, and it's not just one person, it's that side of TikTok? How would you feel?
Well, the evil
And they're
army
doing it
ain't
to
going to
Luke
be
as
sitting
well.
in your live anyway, so it's extra promotion, isn't it?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's the fact that it's being done to provoke. It's being done to intimidate. It's being done to try and deplatform me, try and, make me look an idiot. That is the reason it's being done. It's not being done for fun or, for nice content. It's happening every day to me.
I agree. I
And-
agree. It's being done to antagonise you. I do agree that, but you can't stop people camping you the same way Corey can't demand
You just said to
Tezza
me,
stop
Talia,
camping him.
you just said to me, where does it end? Like,
I think
it's not going to end if that's what's
Where?
happening for months.
So when she stops
if she was
camping
going to
you,
try
that's where it
to me for alarm and distress,
What are you talking about?
I think you find the police officer said to me she cannot take you on alarm and distress if she's under distress.
Corey, your signal's really bad.
You're not being done for alarm and stress. You're being done for the slander of calling her a peddalo and that she waits outside schools. That's what you're being done for. On top of the other 2 cases going on at the moment against you. Oh no, signal.
Oh, Tess, this is
Listen, so what are you saying, that if the Cam 2 stops, then you'll stop? Because I don't think she's going to stop Cam 2 in you.
Talia, it's not about if I stop, Talia. I'm not the one that started this. I'm not the one that, it's her. She has done this. Zach is doing this. They are doing this. We ain't.
No, you're not. You're not doing the Cam 2 and you're not mocking. And I actually don't hear you say disgusting things about any of them. I have to admit that. But she's like,
Thank
right,
you.
I'll stop now if you never speak of me again. I think that's also unrealistic because they're on the FYP. I think we just need to put boundaries in place. Children being one of them.
The children should have never been born into
And what's
it
the
anyway.
boundary? And what's the boundary you want me to agree on then?
Well, I think you should accept that maybe we were going through a really hard time, that we're never going to say anything to that level ever again, and I think you should drop the police case.
Wow.
The thing is, none of this was ever
In front
said.
of
Why is that
5,500
funny?
people, you just asked me to do that.
Talia, I just think you're a big hypocrite. You were telling me the other day on the phone when you were screaming at me that you was going to find my children's school. So I just think you're a
Yeah,
hypocrite.
I said I'm going to find your
I
children's
don't know why
school,
you're coming here
go
as
to-
peacemaker.
but not for your kids. I'm going to go to your children's teachers and tell them the level of drama that you're bringing to your household, because your
I'm not bringing no drama to my household, sweetheart. My household's
Your boyfriend
fine.
was
You
threatening
don't need to worry
mine
about my
for 3
children.
hours. But
Can I
this
just
wasn't
come
on the
from a
app.
different perspective
This wasn't
here?
on the app, was it, Alicia?
It doesn't matter. You're still talking about my kids
It
and what you're
wasn't
going
on
to do
the
in
app.
regards
We
to my
need
kids. You can't
boundaries.
sit here and talk about kids when you're doing it your fucking
But your
self.
boyfriend wants to come and
You
batter
all
mine
right?
in my house with my
No big
children.
men. Don't involve yourself in
My
men's
kids
business.
are in this house, you cretin.
He's not coming to your house. That
No,
never
I know,
was
he never
said.
showed up, did he?
That was
Can I
never
just say
said.
something, Donna? Just come from a different perspective.
Yeah, of course you can.
Talia's just come in and said, obviously, I've got no beef with anyone, right? All I'm saying, Talia's come in and said, EQ said she wanted to stop. No, she never once said that. What she said was, not what she actually said was, if you stop mentioning Sam, I'll stop mentioning child abuse. I mean, what a weird thing to come out of someone's mouth. That is not normal mentality. You stop speaking about Sam and I'll stop speaking about child abuse, or Danny or whatever it was, I'll stop speaking about child abuse. Why would you want to talk about child abuse on a daily basis? It's weird. It's not that's not a normal mentality then, to go, you know what? You better stop speaking about that and I'm going to stop speaking about child abuse. Why would you want to talk about child abuse? That's what she said, not to stop, because she's not going to stop Talia while she's earning £600-700 a day, because she's fueled by cash, and it's as simple as that.
Well, if she doesn't stop, then so be it. On her head, so be it.
Can I have my say quickly, please? As I've been mentioning, I've not been able to get up to have my say.
Hi, Tess.
Corey, hi, darling.
Hi.
Corey, you're talking
Hiya.
about me being in. Hi, sorry, hi, Red. Corey was talking about me being in Angie's box the other day. I had no choice, Corey. You were doing your whole live on me again, and then you had the audacity to jump in Canadian Angie's room talking about it. But so was I supposed to keep quiet and not have my say? I kept quiet this whole time. I've not come to you. I've left you.
Because the police told you to.
No, they didn't. And Corey,
Yes,
no,
they did.
No, listen. What you said the other night on your live with what the officer said. Do you want me to debunk that right now?
You
Yes.
can debunk it if you wish. Yes, do it right now.
No, because I know what you're going to do, darling.
No,
Just
no,
record
no,
it.
please do it right now.
All right, so before I do this, will you give everybody a recap of what you said the police said to you?
No, it's your job. You're here to debunk it.
He said that they gave him a warning and dropped the case.
Never said they give me a warning, but go on.
No, the police officer did warn you, Cora.
No, he
And
didn't. But go
yes,
on.
they did, but let me finish.
Okay, yep, go ahead.
They did warn you, Cora. They told you this has to stop with the exposing of people's areas, addresses and all that. This is not the only case they have on you, Cora.
Okay.
This is not the
that's
only
news
one.
to me.
That's a lie. That's a lie. I can debunk that straight away. A police.
Oh, it's not. The officer
yeah,
already
it
told
is. A
me. But
police
do you
will
want me to
inform
play
you.
the audio?
Can
Can I debunk it really fast?
Depends how the
A
case is
police
going
will
on.
inform you of other cases they
Yes,
have
they
on.
can. They
No,
told
they
me.
won't.
They told me.
It's
there is
unrelatable.
more
Alex, can I
cases.
just say, when I had a police case against Angie, they told me how many they had of Angie. So
They
sometimes they
wouldn't.
do.
Thanks,
They
Lou.
do.
Let me stop everybody there. So when I spoke to the police a couple of days ago, right, I said if somebody rings up and asks if there's an active police case on them, I think it was yesterday, are you allowed to tell them? And this is the gospel truth. I'll show you. I was on the phone to the police yesterday. They said no.
They actually did, though. That's the thing. My officer who deals with
I'm
my
not
case
putting you
at the
in line,
moment did.
Tessa. I'm just saying I spoke to the police yesterday.
Let me play this call. I know for a fact it's going to be used against me. And at this point with Corey, I
Well,
don't
play
give
it
a
then.
shit. Right, so as I was saying, Corey basically said on his live during the day, after the officer left his house, said, sorry, but, we're going to let this go. this. There's no case here. You showed evidence that you didn't actually show. You said I called somebody a paedophile when I did not. You said you got this evidence. You showed the officer, and he laughed about it and said, "Sorry, we're not going to pursue it." Load of shit, because that is not down to the officer.
Tezza, hurry up, come on board now.
Yeah, I want to say this to Alex, please. Alex, why are you sticking up for this geezer being a fellow Brummie, right? And we live close. When this guy said, hang on, Alex, let me finish first. Let me finish. He sent the armed police, yeah, to my house the day my brother was Why are you sticking up for this, Alex? Because you understand what he done the day the guy's touching 70. The armed police went in the house, checked all the bedrooms looking for me, because this guy also said I had a firearm. He's a wrong mate. I don't know why you're protecting Corey, because he's an absolute
confused by it myself.
I'm not protecting anyone. All I'm stating is facts. It's like, if you want respect, you have to give respect as well, and that's all I'm saying.
Always got respect for no one, Alex, but himself.
I'm not on about Corey. I'm not about Corey. Can I speak? I'm not on about Corey.
What did I do wrong then to Cora?
I'm not. Can I just speak? I'm not on about Corey. I'm on about if you want about respect, and obviously I feel bad for you for your loss, and that obviously I do. But at the end of the day, Rickster, look at you, the way you went on Alicia and about her loss and stuff like that, and you want respect. If you want respect, you got to give respect. And
that's but Alex, there's always two sides to every story, and let me tell you the reason why I went down. I've said this to Alicia. I've had the same conversation with a fella, right? When she come on there and Darren phoned her number, she came in my life. You can ask her, she won't lie. I'm going to dox your number now, Rickster. She said, this is what happened. Within seconds after, Darren then had a call from Billy Nomay, who turned around and said the stuff about my dead mother, said he's going to dig up my brother.
I didn't give nothing.
And I thought, sorry, please, Alicia. I thought Alicia gave him the number. I apologised to Alicia because she said she didn't do it. And that's the real truth. I thought she gave Billy the number. Ask her that. That is the reason why.
He did apologise to me for what he said. However, you did still say it. But I don't agree with anything being said in regards to your brother or your mother or any.
And that's what
you agree with sending firearms to the funeral.
Alia, you was talking about my mum and my kids.
And I did apologise about saying that,
I'll be honest.
I'm not like that.
I couldn't give a fuck.
Can you please not shout? It's Sunday, okay? It's the day of the Lord. Calm down.
Listen, tomorrow morning, go and book yourself a full head of highlights and sort that dog.
I'm busy
Right, it's very trashy. Now let's listen to Tezza, because everyone's talking over Tezza.
Let's not.
Can I finish, please, what I was saying? He stated to the officer, he showed screenshots of messages, a video. My officer who dealt with that case came back and called me. I said to him, look, he's live right now talking about me. I went, I've got a recording of this. And I went, can I play it for you? And he's like, yes, play it. I played it to him. And again, I've still got it, but I'm not going to play it because I know it's going to come back on me. He basically turned and he goes, none of that happened. He goes, he showed me nothing. The case is still going. He goes, if this continues, he goes, all he's got to do is do it one more time and he will get done for it because it is now harassment. I have not harassed this guy. I jumped in one box to have my defense. For goodness sake, all I do is come on this app and I cam too. That is it. That is all I do. Corey, if anybody used to go in Corey's or in my room, Corey used to turn his camera and go, hi, Tezza. And we used to have a laugh with each other. And then like one day it just changed. I have never said anything bad about Cora. I don't understand why he's come for me. I did message Luke about 2 weeks ago. And I did say to Luke, please, can you speak to Cora? Let's get this resolved. Let me Karen come to in. I'll come too. If he's not happy with it, I can easily stop. And Corey responded back going, only if she drops the case. The thing is, Miss Red, I don't come on this app to cause issues.
Hypocrisy.
I just come to. He basically called me a paedophile.
Are you sure? Are you sure you want to stick with that statement before I show the message that you sent to Luke?
Yeah, basically I said to Luke to try and get him to drop it. Let's move on from it. Have you got Luke's permission to show messages?
Right hand well, please. How's them apples?
That's your choice, Dal. I just want to move on from
Very
it.
unprofessional though, these police.
Of course I'm not popular in this room. Like, that's evident. I'm not going to be popular in this room, am I? Because I want...
Sorry, Tally, do you think you and Corey can move on from this?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I wanted that in the first place. I didn't want to go... I mean, he thinks I've done this because of Rick and Talia. I've done this off my own back. Because what he's got to remember, he showed my face. He put my face all over Instagram. He outed my name. my date of birth, where I live.
Yeah.
I've never had my face on here. I probably sent a picture. But you got to understand, Miss Red, I have a 12-year-old boy with special needs.
Yeah.
He's coming around telling people I'm a paedophile. Imagine me walking down the street and someone spots me and I've got my son.
Excuse me. Can you stick to the facts, please? Thank you.
Right,
What
so you didn't do that?
said, no, I didn't call you a pedo.
Alex, do you agree with everything that Corey did to Tezza? What she
Excuse
did
me,
about
Rick,
12
stay
years
quiet.
ago?
Silence.
Just want to
Silence.
Alex.
You went Tezza. You went Tezza. You're the pedo. Now
No, I
go to the
didn't.
police
No, I
about
didn't.
that.
Again, stick to facts, please.
I am.
What I
It's
said
obvious.
is you were on a special register. That's
Oh,
what I
what
said.
register's
Never once
that?
called you a
Well,
pedo.
what kind of register, Corey?
Oh,
You
Talia,
Tezza is
you're
a
definitely on the
pedo
register to
and
vote.
is
You are,
on a
Talia.
special register. That is what you said.
You know what,
Again, so don't
Tezza?
say I called you a pedo, because I didn't know, did I?
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't, Talia.
Could have been a dinner lady, to be fair, though. Could have
Play
been
the
a
clip,
it could have meant
Talia.
dinner
You
lady.
can't
that's
even
all.
own it, can you?
No, again,
Could be
Talia,
the housing
come out of my
register.
mouth, bro.
Land
Shut up.
registry.
Tezza is just as bad as not worth
Government
anything.
registers,
Right,
it
Corey,
could
can
be
you please
dinner
come
lady.
then?
I don't know.
Corey, come back.
Right. Do you know what I think, Ted? I think this is a room that is so far up Corey's one. You can't notice there's a common denominator here.
Alex keeps sticking up for
Well,
Corey.
because Alex obviously...
Alex, why would you keep sticking up for Corey for? She said, listen, Tezza's a good girl. She don't lie. He did call her a peddler. He did dox her address. Her son has got special needs. She isn't lying. Why are you sticking up? No, hang on, you're calling her wrong, but you're sticking up.
I never got her address.
No, Tezza's telling the truth. She's not lying. She did. He did say she was on the register. Do the right thing and stick up for the right person, Alex.
You docked my area and then threatened me to
Doesn't
dock
matter.
my address in it. I didn't want to do it
Everyone
right.
can live in any area.
Oh, I'm suing you.
Corey, listen.
King of doxing.
Unmute Rickster. Rickster, you're saying do the right thing, support the wrong person, but EQ's like said the worst about Luke, insinuated that Tilly gets sacrificed to him. She's said the things that
Don't
she
tell us
said.
what she
about-
said, because we know more than anyone what she said.
So what's
But for the
difference?
sake
Why
of the
can't
app,
Corey have support?
for the sake of the app, there is one common denominator here that is arguing with everyone. Because no, it may not have been completely harmonious before, but people weren't at war for 4 months. That's because of you, Corey. And I don't care what anybody says. You are toxic, you are vile, and you are a bully.
Talia,
How dare you
Talia,
speak to
Talia,
Tezza like that? She
Talia,
is
hold
the
on.
sweetest, most nicest person on
You
this
can
app.
gaslight her as much as you want. Don't bother.
No, there's no
Talia,
gaslighting. You have bullied
Talia,
an innocent person.
Talia.
All I'm saying is this, right?
That's what I want to know.
Big up either
Rickster,
Queen
nobody
Queen.
cares,
I'm
bro. You
about
can't
to
speak
become
to me
King of
anyway.
Ruthless Rickster. See you soon.
Yeah, cool. More
Corey.
threats to add.
Yeah.
More threats
Because
to
you
add.
won't
Fabulous.
drop it. So you won't drop it. We won't drop it. The room here does
You know the thing is here.
Guys, stop muting Talia.
carry on. Do a poll, Red. Shall we end it here or shall we carry on? Because I'm game. If you want to carry on,
I
let's
am
go.
not ending any police
Let's
case.
go.
no.
I'm not ending anything either. So
Good.
watch your back.
Yeah, all right, babes.
Do you know
Again,
the thing
Co-
is,
I'm
no
still
one
waiting to
controls Corey. You can't control Corey. Do I agree with everything he says and does? No, I don't. And I've vocalised
So do you
that.
agree with what he's done to Tezza? The
I've
most sweetest
vocalised.
person?
I've vocalised it, Talia.
No,
several
we don't agree.
times. I've vocalised
why-
things
why
that I
are
do
you
not
still
agree with.
continuing?
But nobody can control him. No one
Read
can tell
the
him
room,
what to
Corey.
say and what
Everyone
not to
thinks
say.
you are bullying
I know,
her.
but you've
Nobody
got to admit it's
agrees with
wrong.
what you're
Come
doing.
on.
Talia.
Talia.
Talia, can you read the comments, babe? Because you're not reading the room.
I don't
properly.
care if I'm like
Oh,
or
right,
not
okay,
like.
cool.
That's
Okay,
my
cool.
thing. But what I care about is my creator being bullied by you. That's what I care about. And I will defend her and I will go to lengths and I will sell my soul to get you off
You
this app.
already
And I
have,
will
love.
do things
You
that I
already
don't
have,
want
love.
to
You're
do
chilling with
to
E2.
see
You
you
already have.
gone on
You already
the app
have.
and
It's
off
not
the
going to
app.
happen. It's not going to happen, Talia.
Watch
Sorry.
me, because Luke
not
will
gonna happen.
crack under pressure. He will not stick by
I
you
will
the way
not
you
crack.
think he will.
I will
Corey,
not crack.
Can you please still answer my question? Can you?
I'm
please?
not answering no question from you, no.
Okay, but I just want to know why you.
Again, it's one-sided, so you speak to yourself, yeah.
Okay, but this is what I'm saying. I don't understand what I actually done to deserve that.
Nothing.
I don't understand. I mean, you literally can't give me an answer. I
Don't
don't get
worry.
it.
Don't
Can I
worry
just
about
say
it.
one thing? Can I just say one thing? Right, all of this is gang up on Corey. And listen,
He's
Talia,
not.
I speak to you and Rickster. Speak to you and Rickster. Do you agree with what EQ was doing to Luke? And that's Rickster's family. We
No.
all think the world
I'm on
of
about
Corey,
myself here.
how you think the world of EQ at the minute. So if
Nobody
it's got
thinks the
nothing
world
to
of
do with
EQ.
none of you,
I don't think the
leave
world of
Corey
anyone.
alone then. What you's all
Never.
ganging up for him
Pal,
for?
he has
He's really
raised-
nowhere, and
raided.
EQ's done the worst of the worst on this
He
app.
had
And
Ricky's
you and
house
Rickster's
raided on the day of his brother's funeral. We will not leave him alone.
We backing Corey, and now you can fall out with me all you want. You're backing EQ, I'm backing Corey. Thank you for letting me
He
back
had
myself.
Ricky's house
can I have
raided, Pearl,
one
on the
say?
day of his brother's funeral. He had his house raided, and you're going to
Yeah,
back
and
that,
she's
are
called
you? You're going to back that?
Your boyfriend's cousin a peddler. She said he was doing things with Tilly. Tilly was sacrificed.
She does to my dead baby.
Shame on you for backing her for doing all
shame
that.
on you,
Well, I'm just saying,
Can I
yeah, I
speak?
back Corey.
Hold on,
Or you
hold
could
on,
just
can I
stay
speak?
out
Phil,
of it.
Phil,
Hang
Phil,
on,
Phil, seconds.
I'm backing
You could just
Corey.
stay out of
I'm
it.
backing Corey.
You don't have to back
hold on,
anyone.
hold
You
on,
could just
two
stay out of
seconds.
it.
I am.
You don't have to
Phil.
get
You're
involved.
running Luke into the ground and you're backing EQ. I'm sorry, she's
Luke's being run into the ground because Ricky's
Yeah,
house
by
was
you.
to the
raided.
worst.
By
And
you,
Talia
by
has
you,
to watch
Talia.
Make your choice,
Shame
Pearl.
on you too. And
Shame
you
on you,
Rick to
Pearl.
scream at me
Shame
all you
on
want.
you.
I don't
Shame on you. The day
Right,
he
guys,
put his
guys,
brother in the
guys,
ground,
guys,
he had his
stop.
house raided,
Stop.
and you're going to back
Stop.
him.
Talia,
Shame
hold
on
on.
you. Family is
Talia.
first, and you know that.
Talia, shush.
Everybody, listen, whoa, time out. Thank you.
Right, Talia, I don't know what sort of control you think I've got on the police force of
I
God
know
knows
you
what
did.
area that
You told them he had a firearm. You
Why
told
would
them
I
he had
say
a
that,
firearm,
Talia?
and on the day of his brother's funeral, the house got raided by armed police.
You're a
They
liar.
dragged his
You're a
father out
liar.
of bed. You are stuck.
You're a liar.
You back that, Pearl.
You're a liar.
I'm disappointed in you, massively.
You're a liar.
Can I just
Same
be
as
honest? You're a
EQ's
liar.
nearly put Luke in the nut house for saying that he interferes with kids.
Can I just say something, please? The police.
Go on,
Can I
Alex.
just- can I
Well,
just
yes,
say
that's
something?
what she basically said.
Don't be so
Donna was
ridiculous.
sacrificing Tilly
The
for it.
day
So that's
they
what
put
she
his
said.
brother
That's what
in
she
the ground,
basically
he
said.
told the
That's
police.
what she basically said.
I'm just
And
saying.
we don't agree with that.
Talia,
But this is
Talia.
pursuing.
Are you chilling with her, mind?
No, Talia, can I just say
No,
something?
you've made your choice. I've got nothing to say.
Talia, you know if the police, if Corey had made that accusation against Rickster and no gun was found, he'd be also facing charges.
He done it anonymously.
for false. But how
No,
do
I
you know
didn't do
then?
it anonymously.
Because then the
Talia.
next day, you spoke to us and said, "How was your police raid last night?"
No, Talia.
Yes, you did.
Talia, right, again,
Dumb.
Red, you're implicated here. Sorry, I've got to implicate you here. I
Dumb.
run Red, hold on. I run
Listen,
Red and
Talia.
Luke. I run Red and Luke on the day it happened because the copper called me and said, we have been there. He was not there. There was no mention of any GUNs, nothing in the slightest. I run Red and Luke. Luke can get in the box and
That
confirm.
is true.
And hold on. This was nowhere near the funeral, Talia.
It was the night. It was at 8 o'clock.
Talia, hold on. I said to Luke,
You're lying.
where's the funeral? And then I rung the copper back. And I said, this man is burying his brother. Respectfully, can you at least leave it until after he has buried his brother? And Luke will back me up because Luke was there.
Talia, I remember that.
You're a
No,
liar.
you're a liar, Talia.
You told them
I
he had a
didn't, Talia. You just said
firearm.
it was
at 8
anonymous.
o'clock.
So how do you know it was me? You can't even
Because
admit
you,
your
I
own
know
lies,
it was you,
bro.
because you rang up the next day and said, "How was your
Oh
raid?"
my God, Talia, you're embarrassing yourself, bro.
He'd put his brother in the ground at
you
5
originally come
o'clock,
on this
and then
app
by
and said
8
there's no
o'clock, the house
case.
was swarmed
Now
by
you're saying
police.
there's a case. You're lying all the time.
Right, can I ask a question?
I've never
so
said
I
there's
can,
a case.
So I can drop.
So why? Oh my God, Talia.
Can I,
You know
can I
what you
ask
did,
a question
Luke?
before I drop, please?
Corey, sorry,
I
not
can,
Corey.
I can
Go on,
prove it.
Tez.
Gaza, stop speaking to me, darling. I don't want to
I can
speak to you.
prove, I can prove
But
it. very
anyway, I
fast,
wanted to ask, who was the one
on,
who sent
go
you
on,
my
Tessa.
pictures and my name and my date of birth? Who was the person who sent that to you?
Again, Tez, I don't want to speak to you. Thank you very much.
Yes,
Steph.
king of
Is there a reason
doxing.
why?
And didn't you put my address of my children and my vulnerable grandmother online?
No?
I've got a video of you doing it. I'm going to post it, everyone. Him reading my address on TikTok to
Marvellous.
3,000 people. I'm going to post it on this
Okay.
page. So because he's just said he didn't do that, so he's a known liar.
That,
Talia.
Marvellous. Well done, Talia.
Pearl, hi. My question, I wanted to ask Pearl, but she's going to mute, but anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, hi. Listen, I've not come up here to gang
I
up
can
on
get my dad on the
Cora.
phone now to prove Corey did do that, right? He sent the armed police. Said I was burying my brother. That's the first thing.
I didn't say
The reason I threatened Corey- the reason I threatened Corey is because he said on the day about the death of the baby, and that was he was speaking about that, and he read
What did I
Talia's
actually
address
say,
out.
Rickster?
He read Talia's
What
address
did I
out on
say?
live with a
What did I
there,
say?
and that's when I turned around and said,
I was
that's
the
when I
only
turned
one
around.
out of
You
all of the
called her a
crates
liar.
to stick up for
You
you
said she
two.
hadn't lost the baby. She's not
Yeah,
going to lie. And then you
exactly.
read
Shut
your
up,
address out.
Rickster. Shut
Yes,
up.
you did, with the
Can I just
kids
say
there.
something
Even though
for a
she
minute?
said there was kids there,
Shut
you
up,
read her
you mutt.
address out. All right, Corey, you'll face your karma, you little rat.
Yeah,
Put it on video. I'm going to post it so everyone can see.
Right, Pearl, can I just speak to Pearl quick? Right, listen, Pearl.
Sorry, Kez.
Sorry, darling. I didn't jump up here to gang up on Corey. That is not why I jumped up here. I just want to jump up here to have my little say, because I don't really go around having my say or, like, you know, talking. I only done it to one reason in Angie's box. I literally had my little say and I dropped out.
Hang on, everyone's ganging up on me here, not Corey. You're now Pearl jumping in, I'm backing Corey. I'm so upset with you, Pearl.
Talia, don't be upset with me, honestly, Babby. It'll give you a headache.
But I
am. There's no coming back from that.
Definitely not. Don't be upset.
Talia, did you dox my number, Talia?
Yep.
Marv, thanks.
Can I talk to Richard just one-on-one quickly?
Okay, I'm just going to drop then.
Oh, no, Ted, I'm sorry.
Sorry, Ted.
See, this is what I mean. She's a very vulnerable person that we all just keep talking over. That's the kind of character she is. Please, let's just let her say what she wants to say.
All I just wanted to say is I'm sad. I'm going to start crying. I don't mean to.
Oh, no.
Honestly. Give me a minute.
Hey, I'm here.
Can I quickly
sad
talk to Rick? Oh, okay, carry on.
Hang on, let Tessa finish, Alex, please.
I'm sad that it's got to the point where it has.
Yeah, I agree, Tessa. I agree.
I really am. And I remember before any of this happened, that me and Corey were actually friends, you know?
Corey?
He would always come in my box. He would always have a laugh.
Can we let Beth in the box, please?
Can
we all follow Tessa, please?
Corey, would you be open to a
Everyone
conversation?
big up Tessa, follow Tessa, please, because she has taken a massive knock
Yeah,
out.
Can you say something? 1 minute,
Tessa.
guys, because it's my room. Corey, would you be open for a conversation with Tessa?
No.
You would?
No.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
Better either.
Corey, do you know what? Tessa's not a bad person, like genuinely.
Again.
Listen.
I don't think Tessa is going to be able to.
But
look
you can
behind-
just have a conversation and dead it.
Right.
Alicia,
But I
in
don't.
charge
All in
because
Tessa
Oh my God, I'm in
knows.
charge. You're all in trouble. But I just.
I don't think, right, that Tessa is going to be able to look back on this and realise that the only reason, because what she failed to tell the police officer was the day after I had to pop her on my live, I apologised and she accepted that apology. We were both live doing it.
Correct.
Hold on. She accepted the apology. Then 2 days later, she made a police report.
No, the report was already done anyway.
All right, Tessa, whatever.
Your response, your apology
All
was,
right, Tessa.
I have been made to apologise, and then you continue to play James Blunt.
Again, either way, it was.
Can I speak a minute, Corey?
Go on.
Right, Tessa, quick question. You just stipulated in front of all this live that you never called anyone a predator.
Who is
called
this?
it me. You called it me, and I have the recording.
Who is it? Please play it. Please play it.
Enough,
The
Talia.
official
Just
in the
Talia.
box
No one's talking
to come to my place and smash my face in because I posted a
bloody
video of my
heck?
son playing rugby. You also
I'll
doxed
explain in a
yourself
minute,
on your
let
own
me
account. So you trying to play the innocent victim?
here and
No.
starting on her. No, you're not. No, wait.
I am innocent. She is not
You
innocent in this. And she made me to the point where I wanted to
I'm
run a
starting
live
on her.
myself because she tried to get a bloke
Corey
to come
needs
to my
backup.
house after
Corey
calling
needs
me.
Talia.
backup.
Bye, Talia.
Corey needs backup.
Talia.
So basically,
Why don't you speak to Tessa on your own? Why do you
I
put this woman
blocked
in?
Tessa after she tried to get a bloke to come to my
Oh,
house
but
What?
and attack
Talia,
me
let the lady
and call
speak.
me a peddalo because I post videos of my
Rude,
14-year-old
disgusting.
that
child.
is true.
I showed
I have the
video.
videos. I will send
Please
I
play
showed
it then.
one
If
of
you
them.
got the
Hold
video,
on.
play it.
I showed the video that Beth sent me to the police officer.
No,
The
you
second I
didn't,
showed
because I
them that,
can
they
play
walked
the clip
out.
where the officer says you showed nothing.
But whatever officer you've been speaking to,
It's the
which I
same
don't know
officer
who
that came
is,
to your house.
If it's the same one that come to my house, I got his telephone number. I will ring him afterwards. No
Please
problem.
do that.
And
I
you
will.
going on for Corey doxing, you doxed yourself. You posted your own medical letters on your story.
No, it was all scribbled out, actually.
No, it
My address
wasn't.
was- yes,
no,
it
it
was.
wasn't.
I'm not
People
that
have got the
stupid to
proof.
post
We've
my
also
address
got
when
the
I have a
proof of you
child.
being homophobic.
Honey,
I've
I'm
never been homophobic.
You're trying to play innocent. We have the proof. I will
but can
send
you
them all
please
to a
show the
mod.
proof
The
then?
mods for Luke, and it can get played, because I'm not having you to try and play an innocent victim when you have bullied enough people, myself included.
You've never been bullied. You please leave
Okay, I take back what I said.
Brink of unaliving, calling me a peddler because I'm proud of my child.
Actually came in
No,
probably
one at a time, ladies.
Yeah, well,
one at a
listen,
time.
but this is the thing. Beth's having her say here, and I've not been able to have my input. So she
Yeah, but
just come up
why
saying
now?
it.
That's because you're all talking over her. If you let her
Hang on,
speak,
guys. Well, I'll drop everybody in a minute.
let her speak.
Tezza,
Let her
Tezza.
speak, and then
Okay,
Tezza
go
goes
on.
back.
Okay,
Why?
go on.
Why are you turning this into a bully
Let her
rowing
speak.
live?
Let her speak.
Who is this woman? Why are you escalating this?
Let
Miss
her
Red?
speak, Talia. You
No,
don't like
this
the
is
truth,
wrong.
Talia.
This
That's
is
the
turning
problem.
into fucking.
Let her speak, Talia. Go on, Beth.
Go on.
Thank you. So back over a year ago, first come across Tessa, things were fine. Wasn't happy with certain things being said. She was trying to insinuate someone was a racist for saying a word which wasn't a word, which was proven. I thought, I can't be dealing with this type of stuff. My mental health's not good as it is. So I stepped away. I post as I'm proud of my child. He plays the sport. It's a 13+ app. On this app, and super proud of how well he's doing. He's even played for his country. That's how well my boy is doing, and I should be allowed to show it. It's 13+. This lady in the box turned round and told me that I am a peddler and need looking into because I'm a danger and should be on a register. She even got Only Tony Official in the box to get him to come to mine and find out where I live to threaten me. That nearly pushed me to unaliving because I live for my kids.
Can I speak now?
Think of that.
Bloody hell, Tezza.
Okay, Bez,
No,
come on.
there's more
Tezza.
to it, Lisa, seriously.
Bez, sorry.
Right,
Oh,
so
let
none
Tezza
of
speak, please.
Thank you. So that was the time when you was in my room. I never called you a peddler. All I said was, it is not right. That is what you're doing. So what you did was you used to go live, and your son was playing rugby.
Yeah.
You had other boys playing rugby there. And
Yeah,
you
it's
would
all
go-
live streamed.
Let me speak. You would go live and you would show the boys playing rugby. Yeah. I
Yeah.
turned around and said to you, that is wrong. That
You
is
didn't say
let
it
me
to
speak,
Tezza.
please.
Say it to me, so let's not
Yes,
lie.
I did. I said it in the room.
I
Yes,
wasn't
I
in the
did.
room.
Yes,
I was not in that
you
room.
let me
Beth,
speak.
Beth, darling, we heard you, so respectfully, we want to hear Tezza, and then you can have your say.
It is wrong because these are innocent children, well, lads that are playing rugby, yeah, with their names on the back of them and where they are on a public platform. It
So
is
can I answer
dangerous.
that?
Can I let me finish?
Beth,
Many
yes.
times I said it is wrong. I don't agree with it. Kids shouldn't be put on the app. I never called you a paedophile, anything like that. I said what you do is wrong, is what wrongings would do. I never belatedly turned around and said to you, you are a paedophile. I was protecting the innocent children. Tony Official came in my room that night and I said, look, this woman is doing this. She has got videos on her account of young lads playing rugby. I don't know if she had the parents' permission, no idea. You said to me when I did ask you, you said, yes, I had all of the parents' permission. So I did come to you about this. I just don't agree with it because that was my child. I wouldn't agree with them being played, while they're playing rugby, being all over the internet, on TikTok, where there's weirdos.
So let me reply to that.
go on,
All their
Beth.
games are live streamed, live to thousands. They play for country, same as the Olympics when you have 13 and 14-year-olds on a telly to billions of people. It is live streamed.
Can I just say
Show my
something?
child, there is no names, no clubs that you can see on their shirts. Please go and have a look.
Can I just say that you have to sign something as well? When your child plays in a team like that, you have to sign something to allow your kid to be on social media. So if it's being live streamed, the parents all would have had to sign something.
Can I just say
Let
something
it be on there.
Can I just say something quickly? Something that doesn't sit right with me here is I have to side with Beth here, and I've got no balls in any, you know what I mean, in any argument. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
I'm neutral too, Alex.
Yeah.
I
Let me
want
just
to
be
say
honest
I'm on
here.
nobody's side
Yeah.
for this.
I have to side with Beth here, just due to the fact is, why would you go to Tony Official when he's doing
No,
peddler
he
things?
came into my room.
Yeah, but he's been doing peddler things and child awarenesses and all, like he was at the time he was going all for all the peddlers and stuff. So why would you go to Tony?
Yeah, he came into my room, so I spoke to him about it. I never made him directly go towards Beth. He was the one who
No, Tessa,
let
you
me
gave the mic to him
talk.
and begged him to come up.
No, he came in and I asked, because I wanted him to come up, so I wanted to ask a question. And I asked him about this, and he said, And I remember what he said. He said she has an hour to get rid of her account and remove the videos. Yeah?
Who's Tony?
He
to tell
never
everyone?
threatened you. He never threatened you. He never threatened to come to your house. If any of that is true, you would have. I'm pretty sure you would have played that already.
Tezza. But like Beth just said, she had all the permission of all of the parents that was there to record that game. So why was she now to take the thing? And I'm not being awful, but
Because I was
why
never
is
told
Tony
that.
telling anybody's got an hour to take anything down?
Again, this you got to remember. This is over a year or
Can
two
I just
ago, so
say
it's hard to
something?
remember it.
Moderators, sorry Tezza, sorry darling. Moderators, don't drop Talia, please, because I want Tezza to have somebody in the box as well. I don't know who's dropping, but unless I drop Talia, don't drop, please. Go on,
They were
Tezza.
saying how dangerous I am, but I'm not, because end of the day, when this happened, Beth at the time, I never heard that she had the signatures or anything like that to do with the...
Well, exactly, Tezza. You never even went and found out. You never asked that question before you start running with everything. That's what she's saying, basically.
Yeah, she never reached out, but to be fair, I blocked her. After being called that, at the lowest of stuff I was going through, I'm going to try and hold it together here, because I'm never going to go back to that top place again, to the point of nearly ending it. For my 2 kids, why would I reach out to someone like that? No, I wouldn't.
No, not for you to reach out. Tezza should have reached out to you and like ask that question and anything. Really, it was none of her business, and certainly nothing to do with Tony to tell anybody to take any video.
Where's it gone?
I don't know.
You just been kicked out?
No.
Yeah, I booted her out, Talia, to be fair.
What?
He's not a mod.
He's lying. He's not a mod. He's not a mod.
He's not a mod. I think she
People
dropped.
in this live that witnessed the whole thing. I've tried to rebuild myself and make myself stronger, but I won't have her here lie and say that she's never said or done some of the worst things that you can do. She doxed herself. I have all the proof of this. So do multiple other people.
Bad, you had everybody's permission. You haven't done anything wrong.
No, Beth, I had no idea about any of that.
A lot of people don't. There's only a few people that are very close to me that knows how low I was and everything else. Safeguarding is massive. There's games where we can't take a picture of our own child just in case there's someone in the background. But all games like this are live streamed across YouTube, an app called Vio. It's put on all social medias because they play for country. So what's the difference to the Olympics being televised with having 13 and 14-year-olds on? Are you not allowed to be proud of your child that they're in one of the biggest sports every 4 years?
Don't let anybody ever make you feel like that again, Beth.
They won't. And literally, I cannot thank, and one person is a mod of Miss Reds and a mod of Luke's, has been my rock this last 12 months. I'm not going to mention names, but they know who they are. There is 10, 20, 30 other people that message me daily to make sure I'll never go back to where I was. But I will not have her spin a narrative that she is sweet and innocent. She's not.
No one needs to tell you how to be a parent, and what you feel, what's right for you to feel is, you know what I mean, it's on you. Like I said, no one can control people, no one can tell people how to feel. No one should be telling people how to parent. If you think you've done right, then you've done right. Beth. Simple as.
Thank you for being nice. I've got to drop because I can feel myself getting emotional. Sorry, guys, but thank you for letting me up, and sorry for ranting, but it's been a year in the making.
Pick up, Beth.
Okay, thank you for joining, Beth.
Hi, Beth.
Miss Red,
Yeah?
will you do me a favour?
What?
Will you, obviously respectfully, regardless whether these three want it or not, but I think, can you get Talia back in the box?
She's not requested.
Talia dropped.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, Talia dropped.
Is Tezza back in the box?
Nah. I'm just looking through it now.
Why, Corey?
Because I might as well dead it with Tezza, because Talia wants it to continue.
I think we should
That's
have
what
a
she-
conversation
dead
with
it with
Tezza, Corey. Because obviously, you know, at one point you was friends, wasn't ya?
I don't think we were friends. Tezza was blocked, apparently.
It's just another thing to push on to you, Corey. Like, oh, look, he's bullying Tezza. But obviously, we've just heard what Beth's been.
It's because, right, what they want is when the inevitable happens, as in the court case, because that is where it is going. I have signed my statement. That is where it's going with Rickster. when it goes to court, they want something to back them up so they can go, oh, well, he said this about this person, he said this about this person, he said this about this person. Just so then when he's in that box, then he looks less worse than me, essentially. Hence the reason why they've joined forces with EQ, because they're hoping EQ will call the police on something that I've said about
Corey,
her.
sorry, it's going to court, is it? Did the CPS decide it's going to court?
Well, hold on. You said it wasn't a police case, so
hang on. No, you've just said that. So the CPS have decided it's going to court. You're such a liar, Corey. Stop lying.
Can I speak now?
You're full of it.
I have signed a statement, and when
everybody signs the same on every single statement, it says, "Are you willing to go to court? Should it be taken to court? Are you willing to support this case?"
Yes,
but everybody's statement says that.
I would be willing.
Stop making it out to be something it's not, Corey. Every single person who writes a statement with the police has to sign something to say, "Should this go to court, I will be willing to support this case."
And that is where it's going, Talia.
Oh, did the CPS say that? Did they?
No, Talia.
No, well, only the CPS can decide that. And that hasn't happened, has it, Corey? Ricky hasn't even given a statement.
Talia, I'm telling you, that's where it's
lying.
Going.
The fact that you tell people your dad's a police officer and you come out with that rubbish is laughable.
All right, darling. You just sat in a public box and begged me in front of 5,500 people to drop the case, and then you would leave me alone.
You made your bed.
Alicia.
Sorry, I just like the song. Sorry.
It's okay, darling. It's Sunday, you're allowed.
Tezza was blocked, but I unblocked her to...
And I did say if it was to go to court.
Who was blocked?
Tezza.
Who blocked?
I don't want to out them. Shall I? I'll message you.
Oh, Red's gonna go on a mad one.
I did it with my non-mod status. I loved it.
Look at her face. Look at her face. She's biting her lip. Oh, she's fuming.
Well, Corey, yes, that's good. Like, you should dead things with Tezza.
Look, I'll dead things with anybody, but with Rickster and Talia, with what they've done to me and what they continue to do now in this box, if she come up here as calm as a cucumber, and then she said, "I'd like a phone call with you," and we could speak, or you know, we could have a phone call with me, you and Luke, or whatever, and we could dead in that sense, then I wouldn't have said no. But she doesn't want that. She wants this argument. She wants this back and forth. This is all on her. Ricky's blaming me for everything. This is not me, Rickster. This is her. Nothing to do with me. You said what you said, and I had no choice but to prove to my community and myself that you cannot go around saying the stuff that you say. And granted, I've got a mouth like a sewer, but I encourage anybody, if I do anything wrong, you call the police on me too. Same as what Tezza did.
I'll ring the police on all of you.
I have called the police on everyone in this live.
I will.
Nice, just pulled up outside.
I called them on you first, pal.
Is that who's just pulled up outside?
Yeah, I'm waiting to speak to them about Alicia.
I just think it comes to a point like people are I don't think you're ever going to stop people cam-2ing you, and people are very jealous of your platform because people say, oh, you know, she hasn't changed it, but why change something that works?
It wasn't. Thank you for the gifts, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
it wasn't the cam-2ing with Tezza. Tezza just irritated me in the wrong time when I was going through what I was going through with Talia and Rickster. So she just irritated me at the wrong time, so I just went at her. But again, I never once called her a pedlo. What I said was, she's on a special register and she can't slow down outside schools.
Well, I mean, Corey.
Yes,
but we didn't even know about your fallout.
But, pardon?
We didn't even know about yours and Tezza's fallout until the next day. So you've just assumed that she's come for you off the back of us. And you've gone in hard on her.
Yeah.
So you should apologise, not her.
Again, Talia, the assumption that I made was probably erroneous thinking
Have you
about
apologised?
it. However, I apologised the next day.
Right.
And then 2 days later, she comes on the app to say she's rung the police.
So you're saying if I ring you up or if I calmly say...
No, you are not welcome to ring me up.
But you rang me up 2 days ago and said I lie about my miscarriage.
Okay.
Why? Why did you ring me up just to say that?
I think there was more in the conversation. Do you want to explain all of the conversation?
You rang me up and I said, what do you want? You said, I just want to know if you believe your own lies like you believe you had a miscarriage.
Right. And what happened before that conversation?
Well, we were going back and forth in the boxes.
Okay, and then right.
But you brought my baby into it.
But Talia so did EQ and so did Poison Eyeballs.
Talia, I was the only one, right, on other than
Donna,
Luke and Red,
thank you
obviously.
for letting me up. I'm going to jump down. Bye, everybody.
Bye, Pearl, darling.
See you later, Pretty Willy.
What EQ
I was the
said
only
is
one, right?
unforgivable, and she knows it. But we feel pushed into a corner now. And I'm not being funny, but this is horrible.
Yeah.
This is really horrible. And like, I'm getting police knocking at my door like 1, 2 in the morning looking for him. And I've got children, and Ricky doesn't even live with me. And I've got children in bed who've got to get to school in the morning. And I'm having police run through my house because he called you a QUEER.
He called me a lot worse than that, Talia.
But so has everyone else. Why?
It doesn't matter.
Why are you pushing for this so much?
Yeah.
Because you're in Mark and you want to win. Well, you've won, Corey.
If that's the case, Talia.
You've ruined his brother's funeral.
Talia, all he needs to do is hand himself in. The problem's solved. He will get released on bail, pending investigation. Done.
There shouldn't be an investigation. It's ridiculous.
There is an investigation, Talia. You're sat in a box in front of 5,500, 7,000 now, telling me to drop the case.
I'm telling you, it's ridiculous.
If you think it's ridiculous, then that's absolutely
all
fine.
Right, Corey, I know you.
Stop speaking about me.
Talia, he turned up to my home.
It's in arms, that's it.
The second.
That's not what you went to the police for.
Right, Talia, he turned up to my house. He tried my door. He went on a homophobic rant 2 days prior to that.
Why?
He then turned up to my address, Talia. Hold on.
Everyone, why?
Talia, hold on. Then he turned up to my address. Then, every single night he is on this app, he runs hate lives on me. Even though he's only in front of a couple of hundred people, it's still hate lives consistently.
He barely talks
What do you want me to
about
do?
you.
What do you want me to do?
He barely talks about you. And the reason...
Talia, last night he was speaking about me.
Yeah, because he's done with you now and he doesn't care anymore. I'm the one that's asking you to drop it. He don't give two. But
Talia, he just threatened me in this box less than 5-6 minutes ago.
Okay, but listen, you did put an address out and my phone number. You gave my phone number to that one up there. You have done the worst as well.
Phone number to who?
To Alicia. Well, we did.
You listen, you all know, Marks. Every single one of you all gang it up on her, right? And see what happens. Miss Red, you're a cunt. You're a fucking fat bastard, Alice. Fuck off.
See, there you go again. I haven't ganged up.
Listen, he's coming for you all.
Shut your fucking mouth off all the time. When you first jumped in my box, you was going on about fucking KJ. It was the evil queen one that was only backing her a couple of fucking weeks ago when she come to TikTok with pictures of a black eye.
That were fake.
Don't come in the box abusing me, Rickstar. So I was one of the only people that backed your fucking girlfriend when she said she suffered with a miscarriage.
Yeah, but then Corey says the worst about my miscarriage.
Talia, no, I don't go, Talia.
Talia. I am not responsible for Corey. I've always said that about your miscarriage.
No, and I haven't called you a CE.
Talia, I have questioned you off the app in regards to that. All I've literally done on the app in regards to your miscarriage, whole storyline, was all I literally said was I am not discussing it. I ripped apart EQ, I ripped apart Delusive Angie, and what else do you want from me?
You started with that I was lying and I sent you a photo.
No, I said that to you on the phone, privately. I never once said it on this app.
So how can we sort this out?
You begged me not to join them. You said,
to me, don't join them. Okay.
Well, Talia, tell Rickster from me. He's really annoyed me now. So from now on, I'm going to be known as the Brigster. Thank you very much.
You wish.
It's the 777.
Talia, that's all I did was support you in regards to that. But he is trying to spin it as like I slagged you all off, and that's the reason why you turned up to my house. It never happened.
No, this turned south when you read my address out online to 3,000 people.
Talia, he ran his homophobic attack on me way before that, babes.
Do you know what? Hang on 1 minute, because I'm annoyed
You need to
now.
date mark it, Talia. I'm not on the wrong
No,
name.
it wasn't.
Corey, Talia, 1 minute. I'm really fucking annoyed now. Talia,
No, can we just ignore
Can we let
Ricky,
Miss
please?
Red speak on our
I'm not
live?
It was-
ignoring it, Talia,
It was
I
the
told
same
you.
day you read my address out and
It
then you
wasn't,
said all
Talia.
those things.
Talia, I
respect
promise
the
you it
host?
wasn't.
Guys, can you all respect the host? If she wants to speak to Rickster, then put him in the
And
box.
who the
please.
fuck are you to block me from Luke's
Talia,
live?
Talia, darling.
What?
Whose
What are you talking
birthday
about?
today?
You
so
the other day.
Is Rickster there, Talia?
You're
Yeah.
gobbing off in the comments. That's who the fuck I
No,
am.
that's my cousin-in-law. Butt out.
You're not married to him, so shut your
Well,
mouth.
How do you know?
You're not
You're not.
married to him,
Butt
so
out of
shut
it.
your mouth.
Butt out of
Another
it.
lie
The whole
you're
family
telling.
hate you, Corey, by the way.
They don't.
They do.
They don't.
They do.
I had them all in my comments yesterday.
Oh, all two of them.
So we're still
either
not,
way, that's family
we're still
members,
not
is it not?
respecting Red.
Right,
She wanted to speak
Sorry,
to
go on,
Rickster.
Miss Red.
Oh my God, thank you.
Wow, that's amazing.
Thank you, Michelle.
That's so beautiful.
Oh, Michelle, thank you.
That's
You love
lovely, thank you.
cockapoo.
I think that was to Cockapoo.
I know it was. I said, do you love it, cockapoo?
That was so
Cockapoo's
lovely.
birthday. Happy birthday, Cockapoo.
Thank you. I was going to ask Talia to sing, but she can do one now. Put Rickster in the box, please.
I can't
You're not
see
talking to my boyfriend. Sorry, only Miss Red can talk to my boyfriend.
I don't want to speak to your
Everyone
boyfriend.
speaks to your boyfriend.
No, you can't either, Alicia.
I'll speak to your
what she's
boyfriend all
saying.
day.
Come
I'll block
on.
Literally everyone speaks to your boyfriend.
Leave my boyfriend alone, please.
No one wants
It was
him.
your husband 2
Simon?
seconds ago. Make your mind up.
No one wants him.
Oh God.
Your boyfriend's just called Donna SCUNT. She wants to have a word with him.
Tell him to
Okay,
keep
all right,
it
go on.
Who's Sam?
He's here.
Rickster.
Apologise, Ricky.
Don't tell me to fucking apologise, because she is a cunt.
Rickster.
What?
Don't come with attitude, please, because I haven't had attitude with you. What is your problem with me?
Well, my problem with you, all right, number one, every single time on this app, right, I had a fallout with a creator from day dot. You stuck up for them creators, never give me a chance to explain myself, never used to let me in your box to say Rickster's guilty, end of story. You always used to stick up for Evil Queen over me, yes you did. You let KJ in the box knowing she wasn't my girlfriend. It was a hate at the time with EQ me and said that I'll beat this girl up. Fucking never even.
Can I answer?
And not only
Can
that,
I
and she went around the app
respond?
and said I was a woman beater, and then I got tarred with that thing. Even I said that's not true.
Right, let me
That's not
respond
true.
then.
You've done a lot, and you never once, ever once, even when you were going through a low stage, and I was calling you and messaging you,
Oh,
asking if you're
Rickster.
okay. Yes, I did. But
Okay,
you
listen, this needs to be a conversation, right? Two people speaking. Let me interject. Right. So the person that has said you was in a relationship scam with, who's dragged you over the app, you're now friends with. Also, as well, you're talking about the KJ situation. She was in a box a couple of months ago with KJ when KJ was showing pictures, and like, we actually defended the KJ situation. So did Lou. So you're mad at me. You're calling me a cunt, right? When I have reached out to you on many of occasions, and I defended your girlfriend with the whole miscarriage thing and many other situations. So now you're friends with Evil Queen, but I'm a cunt.
Listen, number one, there's a mutual understanding. There's not no friendship. There's a mutual understanding between me and her. But the situation is, you're at war with her. I'm not. What about when I was at war with her? You defended her straight to the end.
Because
when I was at right, Ricks was in the wrong. I
believed-
believe Evil Queen. It was all Ricks.
I believed what she was saying.
Yes, but now the shoe's on the other foot. It's oh yeah, you know what I mean. You defended her many times over me. And every time I said it ain't true, and like, oh no, I don't believe it's Evil Queen. Even you've said to me,
But is it true?
And then to all your audience,
Is it true though?
Is what true?
Is it true? Did your relationship scammer?
No, I didn't in relationships.
So then you're friends with somebody that's blatantly lying about you. I ain't lying. I just see what I see.
I'm no more in a
all the
relationship than
time.
we are friends right now.
You are.
You know what I mean? This is about TikTok and you and her going. I mean, I've had our war. We've done 2.5, 3 years of it. Do you understand?
Oh,
we now come
that's
to a moral.
forgotten.
We've come
It's
to
forgotten now.
we've come to a moral ground.
Yeah, the
That's
moral
it.
ground is
just
trying to
like
get
just
rid
like
of
just like the
Rickster,
moral ground
trying
between
to
me
get
and
rid of
her.
Corey
is
and
the-
me off TikTok.
It's the same moral ground between Luke and Corey. Do you understand what I mean?
There's
But
no
this
moral
is
ground
moral
between me
ground
and
because
me
she's
and
dragged you all over TikTok and called you this relationship scammer. Back to some person who said that was in a relationship with you and you DV'd her. She's backed all that.
But can I confirm there is no me and Luke? So I don't know why that's becoming a thing. There is no me and Luke.
She did a whole live with that KJ saying that you had physically harmed her and whatnot. I don't understand why there's the anger to Miss Red when it's not her that's done this to you.
Yeah, but then Corey went back and started calling her a peddler enabler and stuff like that.
But you called EQ out for that stuff as well, and I don't want to talk about it on.
And then ran back and started calling her evil mother and stuff like that. So he can't say anything, can he?
We're not talking about that though. We're talking about
brick stuff.
Yeah,
Let's face it, this is all stemming from the fact that Corey's got a police case on you, and
listen, let me just say something to you, Cockapoo. I couldn't give a flying shite. Hang on a minute. Tally's the one who's a little bit bothered because of the police going to my house the day my brother's
Hand yourself in there.
But I couldn't give two flying shites.
Hand yourself in there.
It's laughable to me. I couldn't care.
Hand yourself in there. If it's laughable, hand yourself in.
Listen, no police have ever come and seen me. They've went round to the house on the day of my brother's funeral. That's it.
All right,
that's
cool.
all they've done.
Yeah, good story, bro.
I don't care. That's it.
Yeah, all right.
I'm not even.
All of this as well.
You've got about 4 different cases against you.
All of this is what EQ wants. Yeah, she's the one who's dragged you, Rickster, and brought this person to the app and said that you're her abuser, and now all of a sudden you're teaming up to bring people down on an app. Do you not see how fucking
she's never had me arrested or police come round.
But she said the worst things. She said for 2 years that you're her abuser.
And I've said
she brought a
the
woman
worst
to the
things
app
about
and said
EQ.
that you abused her,
We
physically
both
harmed
went
her.
low. We both went low.
But you're sat here now blaming Miss Red. Do you not see that this is what this person
I'm just saying. Previously in the past, not once has she ever had my back. She's always gone against me against every creator.
Well, maybe because I don't agree with you, Rick.
You know what I mean? A lot of times when you've been in the wrong, Miss Red, and you've found out
maybe that because I haven't agreed
I haven't seen you formally apologise. The KJ scenario, it took you how long to find out she was a bull of shit? It wanted Pearl and Angie, the ones who fought the lie for, and Luke, to be fair, to said, listen, and brought the evidence out that she was a liar.
This is down to Donna to do that. So this is the deal that I can see that you struck then. So you're just another protagonist against Miss Red. You're going into the evil army. So go knock yourself out.
I'll be honest with you, Cockapoo.
I haven't knock yourself out and do what you
listen, Donna knows me from day. Donna knows me from 5 years ago.
We all know you.
I am. Be honest with you now. I'm very calm. I was happy with my 200 people in my life doing my FYP shows.
You weren't calm a minute ago when you called her CUMC in the background for no reason.
Hey, Cockapoo, I don't understand why you're getting involved in the drama and why you
because you don't like my answer. Now you don't want me to be involved. It doesn't work like that.
You're not allowed to block me anymore.
I think I am.
No, you're not.
Oh, who's going to stop me, you weirdo? Don't block me.
Weirdo? Why are you calling? She's having a joke. What are you calling her a weirdo for? She's having a joke.
Joking as well.
She's having a bit of fun. Look, oh, come on, man.
Yeah, Cockapoo's joking as well. It's a birthday.
He's got humour. Talia, would you sing happy birthday to me, hon? Love you.
Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. Happy birthday
See? We can all
to
be
ya.
happy.
Don't block me from Luke's life.
No,
get you. Happy birthday to ya.
I love TikTok.
This app's just mad, isn't it? It's fucking madness.
I only got the box because Luke rang me and said go in and cause trouble.
This is it. This is why it's like amazing because we can't just be mad, but when you get the police involved and all that, it spoils it. Like there's no coming back from that.
And one other thing I do want to say as well, going off at a tangent, something completely different. I like No Face, Alicia, and I mean, and I think he's a good lad. I do. We had our little ups and downs, but I do not dislike your fella. Just so you know. I like
didn't say that you did.
No, I do like him, man. I do like him. Do you know what I mean?
Obviously,
we had a bit of a tear up the other day, and I mean, and at the end of it, do you know what I mean? He was humble like myself, so I'm saying I like him. You know what I mean? I wish this shit between you and Tally would be sorted out. I'll be honest with you, because it pisses me off. I've got enough shit going on. Do you know what I mean? I don't need this shit to be fair.
No, nobody needs this shit. But when someone's coming to me, I'll have a back and forth all day long. But it's every time.
No, you listen,
it's every
Alicia,
time people have to start going on about my mum and my kids and my this and my that.
Alicia.
I doxed her number because you put mine up on a screen and then you started talking about my mum and she was nothing to do with the comments.
Yeah, but Alicia, I apologise for that. But I have explained to you why I did what I did. I'm not saying it was right because I apologise. I'm saying that Billy bloody no god, whatever he's a sick individual. He turned around and made up a page saying
you've done exactly the same as him, Rickster, by what you said to me about my mum.
Yeah, because
and I know you've apologised.
Alicia, you're not listen to what I'm saying to you. It's explainable. I'm live. Darren phones you. You say in my box, I'm going to dox your number now. A minute later, with 1 minute,
I said I'm going to put it all over the app after you put mine on the app.
Yeah, but I'm saying to you, Alicia, I'm explaining the reasons why. I'm explaining the reasons why. You said that. Billy's done the worst of the worst. He's mocked my dead brother and my dead mother. And I was furious at you for what you said. I was livid. Because I've only buried my brother a week ago, so obviously, and he's saying stuff about my brother. And
I'm not
and
Billy.
he said to Darren, you're a cabbage.
I didn't
That's why I'm mad at you,
mention-
Alicia.
I didn't give you
If you're saying it ain't you, then I've apologised.
Alicia not sort it out now and dead it.
Yeah.
Can Alicia and Talia not just dead it now? Do you know what I mean? There's no need for going back and forward, any of that shit. Like, everyone is in this room saying about deading beefs and that. Like, it's now your turn, do you know what I mean? So if there's beef between you two, you both need to dead it now.
If she stops, I'll stop.
Yeah,
I don't even care about her. I don't even have any beef. It's not
Let's
that.
have a poll on who's got the best hair. I think that dead it then.
No, I just want to deal with
Have a poll on who's got the best hair.
I just want this beef sorted out anyway. Do you know what I mean? Because I've spoke to No Face, and No Face meeting up Monday to take me for a Nando's.
No, but seriously, Talia, obviously, you do your thing on the app. She does her thing on the app. There's no need for it. Do you know what I mean? Let you both just get on with doing your own stuff, and both just, do you know what I mean? Just be humble. There's all this beef going on. Do you know what I'm gonna say? Yeah. Obviously, I had my thing where I turned up to Zach. Yeah, but this app, we have to remember that our communities are the ones that are fucking being depressed over all this shit.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, that's true.
Our communities are the ones that are suffering. Yeah, not us. Some people might love it, yeah, but the rest of them are suffering. People's mental health are the ones that are being affected by all of this.
Can I just say something? You know, when all this happens and everyone wants the dead beefs and everyone, and I'm all for it, you know, I'm all for, like, obviously bygones to be bygones and all that stuff. But you can see from the viewer's perspective and the audience how this all looks like setups every time, you know, we agree there, because 1 minute as everyone's beefing and then earning money off the back of it, and then the next minute everyone's trying to make amends, and it is genuine, but from the viewer's perspective it does look all fake. It looks all set up in that.
Miss Ray, can you do a quick poll? Can you just ask your people, there's 7k in here, yeah? Ask them whose mental health has been affected by all of these lives.
Mine.
Even though they can shut the app down, yeah?
Yeah.
Whose mental health? Because at the end of the day, it might, like, I see how all the creators get affected, yeah, but I also see how the viewers get affected as well.
Yeah.
So happy face if this does affect your mental health. Sad face if it doesn't.
Yeah, because the sensitive things that are dragged onto this app every single day.
It's triggering for a lot of things that are being said on there, and it gets triggered for everyone.
Just while the poll's being done, Alex, I'm a bit disappointed in you, and I just want to bring it up on the platform in front of 7k. You haven't said happy birthday to me yet.
Happy birthday to you.
I'd rather spend the night with Andrew.
I'm glad you. Hang on. I'm glad you brought that up, Cockapoo. Why are you all gifting Cockapoo? She didn't give me a penny on my birthday. She sat there with 23k. She didn't give me a fucking penny. But you're all gifting her. I've got a toll to pay for.
But I buy creators, apparently.
She's the boss.
Yeah, well, do you know what I mean? I didn't get a fucking penny on my birthday, but you lot are all gifting her. I'm fucking fuming.
From the script
I am fucking fuming now. I'm fucking fuming.
Makes a
Fuck you,
change.
Roses, I'm fuming.
If you want,
She blocked me from your life.
To be fair, you need to give Luke for a new mic. That is horrendous, Luke. You sound like a Dalek.
Drop Alex unless he says happy
No,
birthday.
listen. If you want all this de-escalated, then and you
Alex,
want
who are you? Are you falling off? You're falling off, Alex Brigham. Who are you?
If you want this de-escalated, then and obviously agree with No Face here because it's the audience too. If everyone wants to de-escalate it, then I think one thing should happen, and this might be a little bit difficult and hard, but I'm going to put it out there anyway. Why don't yourself, Donna, you, Luke, get on a call with Chelsea and sort this out? You know what I mean? And put an end it then.
Wow. You've got more chance of winning the fucking lottery.
Hang on, will I just go and catch that flying pig?
I think it's too far gone for that.
Well, I'm putting it out there. I'll just put it out there. Do you know what I'm saying? You all want it ended.
To you, but you've just all proven, every single one of you have just proven that you can all sit in a box and get on and talk calmly. But where's the common denominator? The fucking rat dog in the other room.
Yeah, Corey, stay quiet. That's right.
It's not Corey.
Isn't that about the common
Well, he's not arguing though, is he? He's not arguing.
Luke, the common
Sorry,
denominator is the fucking comments, mate, because I've been sat back watching them for days, and the comments are the ones that are loving it.
Nah, you're wrong. I blame Delusive Angie. You're all wrong.
Yeah, I do too, actually, for everything.
Don't talk about her, otherwise she'll have to come in the box. You know Red's rules. And I couldn't cope.
Delusive Angie is like Beetlejuice. Say her name 3 times and she enters the room.
She'll be watching.
I'm not saying anything.
About who?
Thank you all for the gifts. I'm going now. My job's done.
Talia.
Thank you for the birthday wishes, everybody.
I reckon by 4 p.m. this afternoon, the clapper's going to be mentioned. What do you reckon?
Listen, we need to put this to bed before Ricky puts his rat crown on, okay? Nobody wants that.
Before he puts his what on?
His rat crown.
He's already done it. He just asked
If
Red.
he does that, he's finished.
Asked
even
Red
more.
and Luke
Yes.
to jump on a call with Chelsea.
Have a
He's already
word
done it.
with your missus, please. No face.
If you do that, you're finished.
Have a word. No face.
Bunny you. Bun her to the ground.
I don't know. The contract's been signed this afternoon.
This is all crazy. This is Rick. Steve, you just said to No Face, tell your missus to calm
No
down.
one can tell me anything.
No, this is what I mean. This is the problem with society. We're all equal. Like everyone's entitled to have their own opinion. You can't tell someone to
Oh,
talk.
calm down, Alex. It's a joke. Do you know how many times No Face has turned around and said to me, he said, put a muzzle on it to my missus. Be quiet, man.
Yeah, like this, is what I'm saying. It's just
Right, let's get
so
caught in the
fucking
box
serious on this
around.
app, man. It's so fucking. Everything's got to be so serious. It's mad.
Yeah, exactly, man. Look, calm down.
You'll
innit?
sit back and say about how fucking this person's a snowflake, this person's a snowflake, but we're all fucking snowflakes because we can't say anything without it being a fucking problem, man.
Oh yeah, I ain't a snowflake. I'll say
Donna?
right now.
Donna?
You won't, Alex.
Can you play Celine Dion Think Twice, please?
No.
I'll slow right now, and Celine Dion's dead anyway. Luke, unfortunately.
I'm just plugging it out there, Luke. Luke, I'm just plugging it out there to 8,000 people. The Rickster does his FYP show at 8:30 every night.
8:30 every night.
Come and watch me
8:30.
at 8:30 tonight. Rickster's FYP news. Thank you very much.
Can you put Celine Dion Baby Think Twice on, please? Please, Miss Red, it's my birthday, please.
No, it's
No,
not.
it's not
Stop
your
lying.
birthday.
This is getting serious. I am thinking about you.
I'll drop him, Red.
Hey, what you're about.
Oh, this is horrific.
Jesus Christ.
This is horrific.
Guys, can I just
I've
say,
lost my
as
mind.
I have brought you the entertainment on this fine Sunday afternoon, if we could please get some bubble gums in, please. Thank you very
I'm
much.
just going to go over anyway and gift Evil Queen of Universe.
Yeah, me too.
She deserves it.
She does.
Yeah, go on then, go on.
Can
Go
everyone join my
send one.
agency, please? It's called ARC. Links in the bio.
Yeah,
Thank
I
you.
know
Go
face.
get the
Please
universe
come over.
sent. Go
I'm
on.
waiting for, you know what I mean?
You know, seeing as Grace has
Funny
left
too.
her agency now, she doesn't have it anymore, apparently.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Yes,
Funny
Talia.
I can confirm that's not true, Talia.
Of course it ain't.
Oh, right, well, as long as you know.
Hey, Donna, I'll give you a call tomorrow for the chat. How about that?
Well, is it gonna be a kind chat?
No, it's going to start with the see you next Tuesday first.
Well,
and then-
you'll
No,
get it back.
no,
You'll get it back.
no, we'll do that later. You'll do that later. Ricky, you owe her an apology for calling her a cunt.
Hey, no, hey, Luke, don't come here and tell me what to do. I love you, mate, but I don't tell me what to do. Don't tell me what to do, mate.
She
Yeah.
is a
You
woman.
can't call her a cunt. You owe her an apology.
Do you know how many times I've heard you call people see you next Tuesday? I was angry.
Pull it up. Show your proof.
What?
Show proof.
I will put some proof out there. And even if I can't find the proof, which you will, I'll
Put the proof up there.
It wasn't him
She's a
anyway. It
cunt.
was
There we go.
It weren't me who said it was AI.
This is a kind live now, Luke. Thank
Why
you.
does he sound like he's flying an aeroplane?
This is Joe. He's on speaker and he's got that speaker thing. Has anybody else got anything else they want to add? Because I'm starving and I want to go.
I'm just respecting your platform. I'll go live and absolutely go ham at everyone. It doesn't bother me.
Are you going live after?
Oh, I might go live, you know.
Oh, we've got
Luke on
listen,
today.
well, I'm just letting everybody know we're doing box bats at 4:30 for the ARC, so coming over, everyone. Oh, it's maybe-
No, Luke's for me today.
Yeah,
He's
Luke.
nowhere else.
No, for the ARC. It's only for the Archangels. That's it. So
Yeah,
it's
don't
worth-
apply for the ARC agency, guys. It's horrendous.
Don't start saying that,
Yeah, I
please,
wouldn't
Alex.
bother. You've got a guy. You've got a
Don't
guy
start
who's
that to
involved
be
in
that's a
ARC
bit bad,
agency
Alex,
who's on the
mate.
run.
Come on.
Our creators are making.
We all know
Your
Brian
creators
May
may be
is
making
around.
bank, but your
Come on,
boyfriend
Alex,
can't
stop
hand
being
himself
sarcastic.
in.
Listen, Donna, sorry for calling you. We'll see you next Tuesday, right? I'm off to do other stuff, but thank you very much. Big up No Face. look forward to that Nando's, mate. And Alicia and Talia, please sort it out. I've just had enough of it. I think me and No Face, I both had enough of it, to be fair. We're talking about
Talia, is it true as well?
I'm on a vacation for a couple of months.
Is it true, Talia, what I've heard? If you don't sign up to the Ark, Brian May goes around and smashes your windows.
Yeah, absolutely. He goes round there, windows, doors, everything.
Oh, you heard that, guys. Can we put that in the news?
Oh, God. Hello, Luke.
Can you kick everybody out and tell them what I did to Cockapoo the other night?
Oh, that was so...
No, can you tell Cockapoo stop to blocking me, please?
Yeah, she's not going to block you, but there's a funny... I did something to Cockapoo the other night. I need Donna to tell the story.
Rimda.
I'll tell it in the morning.
No, tell it now before you go quickly.
Because I'm starving. I want my dinner, darling. Right, guys, has anybody got anything else they want to add? And I just want to say that, you know, and this is what started this whole conversation, I don't think we can blame Corey for the whole of TikTok being toxic. We have all had our hands in the drama.
TikTok was toxic before I came here.
Yes,
when I was
I just
gifted
wanted
Evil
to say
Queen,
that.
she was involved in mega storyline.
It's all delusive Angie's fault.
I agree, Alicia. We've all had our hands in the drama, guys.
I agree.
All of us, okay? So we're...
Delusive Angie and Iki's fault.
Right.
Talia, where's my apology for the homophobia?
Where's my apology for doxing?
Deflection.
No, I'm sorry for
Can we let
doxing you,
Donna-
Talia.
I'm sorry, my boyfriend said mean things.
I'm sorry for saying what I said, Corey. There you go.
Oh, wow, see?
Easy as that.
Are you going to have a conversation now, use pair, or...?
Are we still going for Nando's? No,
Spit on it if he was on fire.
See, he can't bear it. He doesn't know what to do now.
Absolutely, I'm absolutely disgusted.
He doesn't know what to say.
I'm going to go live and have a homophobic rant.
Ali!
No, hey, listen, I just lost a baby, mate, you know what I mean? Not only did I just lost a baby, we've been a few weeks previous, 2 weeks previous. Obviously, calling in the address and that, do you know what I mean? I was very irate at the time, so, and you've not...
The address
was after the baby.
Corey, honestly, good look at the video, I promise you. And not only that, I think Donna knows me better than everyone about my rants, don't you, Don?
You rocked up to my house, bro.
I was very nice about it.
You tried the door. Yeah, but you tried the door, Rickster. No, and not only that, afterwards, that's all you've done for the past, God knows how many weeks.
That's a lie.
Is put hate lives on me.
Talk about you, Corey, that's a lie.
Hate lives.
I do hardly talk about you.
Right, again. No. When you're sat there, Rickster, when you're sat there, you're talking about me, you're talking about my father, you're talking about my upbringing and blah, blah, blah. That's not on the FYP.
Hang on, it's very scary when someone puts your address online, Corey. I know you don't care, but...
Oh my God, Talia, mine's
Yeah, but
ready.
you
Now,
don't have kids and you're not a woman and you're not, it's different. When someone puts your address online, yeah, it's terrifying and it devastated Ricky. He was worried for me. I do work in the public eye, regardless of what failure you think I am. I do work in the public eye and I've moved to a place where I thought I was safe and you took that from me.
She had to move because of that.
I apologised already, Red.
She knows more than anyone when your dress goes online, it's like the worst thing.
Yeah. I think that's, yeah, it is. It takes away, even like passing numbers, that's just as bad, you know what I mean? I'm not an angel, I didn't. It is scary.
I've already said sorry,
It is scary.
I know you've apologised, but I just want you to understand why he was so infuriated and said the things he said.
Right, but his homophobic rant, though, was his homophobic rant.
Well, what else is he going to call you?
We just lost a baby, let's be honest, you understand? And then you got...
Yeah, but then you go into the depth of going against me in that regard.
I had every right to be angry, mate. You would have been the same.
No, again, Rickster, you're not...
Listen, Corey, also going to be... I've apologised about the past. I
understanding.
don't want to keep talking about it. It's in the past, mate.
Right, but again, your homophobic rant happened, and then I retaliated.
No, the address went out, and then he said... No, I've got it all recorded.
Talia, I promise you, his homophobic rant was nowhere near the address.
But you know what you did? You read it out on live.
It wasn't.
Again. You went,
it wasn't. You started on me purely Hold up, Rickster. You
slicing
started
me
on me
alive
because
at
I
the
went
time
back
as
to
well.
EQ,
That's the
bro.
You
time.
read it out. You read it out,
You
and he
started
went
on me.
berserk.
You start again, guys. He started on me because I went back to
No,
EQ.
look.
Yes, he did.
I don't know where you want to go.
I promise
with
I'm not
this,
lying.
but
I've said what I've said. No, I
told
can't.
you
You
I
want to
can't
continue?
I just don't. I can't say anymore.
He's apologised. You've apologised. Like, we want this gone.
Talia, you came on this app for the past 2 days and joined somebody who done the worst of the worst to you, purely to try and get
Yeah, I
back
did,
at me
and
to
you
make
know
me drop a
why.
case.
You weren't to drop
Wild,
that case
Talia.
at all.
It was to make you feel how we
Talia.
feel.
When you said that about the baby,
She just said it in front of
Friday, Sally
5.6
was really upset. She come off and she was crying. She was, why is Corey keep mentioning the baby? And she was in bits. You weren't there when I was comforting her with my arms around her. That's a big loss, you know that. She was, she's 3 months pregnant, mate.
Bro,
you shouldn't be bringing up the baby.
I wasn't mentioning it in a bad way. I was discussing what was on the FYP by creators who you are now standing with.
You're not holding her.
Right, again, Rickster.
I have to.
Rickster. I was only speaking about what was on the FYP by creators you are now chilling with.
Oh, the line about the way you lost your baby. You know, she didn't want.
I didn't say that.
She did, Corey, please.
I didn't. Whatever you want to try and justify
I'm
these
not talking
actions
about
that
that.
won't come out of your
I'm
mouth.
talking about what you said.
It's up to
Friday,
you.
Corey. I'm talking what you
you.
said. Friday. I'm not thinking. I've just said what I've said, and you know what I mean. And I've said I've apologised. I don't want to talk about it again. You got to do what you got to do. I'm not saying it. I'm saying what you said Friday. I'm not bothered about me. I'm saying what you said about Talia. At the end of the call, I'm picking up the pieces and she's crying. And any lady in here, Alicia and Donna, who've been for the same as what she'd been, and then you get rejogged your memory of a tragic loss because she needed passed, and she did. Do you know what I mean? They'd be upset too. And their partners would be hugging them and crying. And you do say the worst things sometimes, Corey. I do too, I know, but so do you. And you shouldn't be mocking baby loss regardless of anything. You shouldn't be saying, oh, Talia, you're lying about the loss of your baby. That was a child that we both wanted. We bought baby clothes. The scam was on the Friday. It killed us both, mentally and emotionally. And it did affect Talia massively. And she did probably deal with emotions in another way.
Okay. I don't want to talk about it anymore.
You know what I mean? Please, Corey, you've got to understand what you say. Sometimes it isn't good, mate. And vice versa, yeah.
Okay, let's just leave this now.
Yeah. I think if you want to talk, have a conversation off TikTok now, because it's just going to go around in circles. It's up to Corey. And
the ball's in his court. You know, we can't do any more than apologise. It's up to him, innit?
Absolutely.
The actions will speak over the next couple of days or weeks or whatever, because at the moment it just seems on my end for it to be a 7-on-1 scenario.
You're not on your own, Corey. I told you today, whether you like it or not, you're not on your own. Like, you know what I mean?
But this is why I got to double down, Red, and I got to stick my feet in the ground to make sure I stand tall. Because again, it's 7 against 1. Do you know what I mean? So that's the reason why So there's you, Rickster, Sophie, Levi, Zach.
Yeah, but you think we're all a
EQ,
big gang. Like, we don't talk to them. Like, there's no big gang against you there.
She was in your box yesterday. You were discussing how you were going to get me off the app.
She hasn't. And so on. Do you know what I mean? It's not a battle.
But I don't talk to Zach. I don't talk to anybody else.
This isn't about picking sides. This is about doing the
There's
right
no
thing.
gang up here.
Corey, you do whatever you want to do.
Yeah, absolutely, Corey.
Okay. All right. See you later.
All right. Bye, Talia. Bye, Rickster.
Can I quickly ask for the big box, Miss Red?
Yes, and then I'm going for my dinner because I'm starving. I'm getting angry.
Oh,
What is he green screen?
Everyone needs to follow me quickly so I can green screen. I ain't got enough followers.
Cloud chasers.
I'm off anyway.
He's a clout chaser.
I'm bloody knackered. I've got a 2-hour drive. Like, I can't be asked.
Just go and get ready, Corey. But I'm like, I'm here for you, and
get ready. I hope Luke is going to book us for dinner at least like 7 o'clock, because
I hope
I need
you
to nap.
stable yakka in the bed sheets.
Oh, and by the way, everyone, Alicia's
Not going to happen.
Right.
Right, guys, I'm going.
I'm doxing a picture of him right now. Bye, everyone.
No doxing. Doxing is wrong. Is that it, Corey?
What do you want me to say, Red?
I don't know. It's probably something to Simon. It's usually how you end.
Yeah, where is Simon these days?
He's waiting for his dinner, darling.
Oh, I can give him a nice dinner.
Out.
Gravy and all the trimming.
Out. Oh dear. Right, guys, thank you. I just can't cope. Thank you, everybody, for joining. I just want to say the moral of the story is not one person alone has turned this app toxic. We're all as guilty as each other. We've all had our hands in drama. We've all had our hands in toxic behaviour. Not one person is individually to blame. This is just my opinion. All right, guys, I've had my fair share, you know. But moving forward, I don't want to be in all this drama every day and having to clap back and, you know, calling people names and saying that people are this, people are that. I don't want to do that. But I will protect myself and I will defend my friends. So yes, it's too much in it, guys. It's Sunday, for fuck's sake. Right, I'm going, everybody. I love you all and I will see you tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. Thank you, everybody, for joining the live. I hope you've had a nice afternoon, and for everybody that joined the boxes, I hope that you're okay. If you do need to speak to me, just send me a message. Right, guys, go and have fun. Go and, you know, touch some grass and whatever else. I love you all and I'll see you tomorrow morning at 10. Bye, guys. Guys, I'm starving. Oh.